Back in the building, it's your boy D Frame.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy B Neil.
Back in the middle for another episode of Absolutely Sure Podcast. Got a lot of things to get into today. Before we get anything, we got good things. Bryce, got any good things happen to you over the past week since we were last here? Let us know.
Man, I'm back in these stocks, man, and things looking pretty decent for me. So just keep hope alive, man. It's been 4 years since I've been fucking with the stock. So if anybody knows, there's definitely a lot of downs in the beginning, but hopefully we turning it around.
Yeah, we here today. What I got good? I just feel like I've been good this year. It's been going good so far. Consistency is key. I've been doing consistent on the YouTube shit, dropping like 3 videos per day. I feel like that's the formula that worked best for me. Is just dropping individual videos, live stream every day. That should be fun, but it's easy for me to be consistent if I just drop like 2 to 3 videos I actually give a fuck about instead of trying to find like 5 to 6 topics where I'm trying to just piece shit together. So that's been a good, that's been pretty good so far, and everything's been monetized, so that's also good as well. So
Yes, sir.
what you want to happen to first, man? We got some retribution to speak about today. Uh Girl's been found out to be a fraud. We got that. We got a little bit of 21 Savage conversation. What you want to happen to first?
We can get into that. We feel like it's too early for 21. You want to wait on people? How you feeling?
We can wait on 21. We can get the brick. We can get the brick girl. We can get to the brick girl.
Damn, brick girl.
Brick girl. Damn.
He lied. Y'all niggas worship him.
So brick lady, if you don't remember the brick person, so the brick person was a woman who went on Instagram and she was live. She was saying, "Look at my face. This man, he hit me with a brick because he asked me for his number, and all these black men ain't do shit for me." People were a little bit skeptical about the story when it first came out. Obviously, it's like something's not adding up here. Like you got hit with a brick. It doesn't like your face is swollen, but it don't like you don't see no scratches. Like I assume if you get hit with a brick, you're gonna have some scratches, some bleeding. And people had something to say about that, mainly like you. And I believe it was on a Wardo stream. We were talking about it with him, and you and him were kind of like obviously really against the girl, and his homies were kind of like, "Damn, y'all niggas doing this, doing that," and this, now you got retribution. So let me just read the story. So a woman known as Brick Lady charged in Houston after being accused of making whole thing up, raising $42,000 on GoFundMe. A woman who went viral on social media after making claims a man assaulted her with a brick outside of Houston Club is accused of raising tens of thousands of dollars in a GoFundMe scam. Rhoda Osman, 33 years old, has been charged with felony theft by deception. According to charging documents, Osman raised at least $40,000 through a fraudulent GoFundMe page she started in September that claimed to be a victim of a similar attack more than 3 years ago. So I'm not gonna go all into it. The funny thing about it is, like the guy's name they mentioned, I think that's somebody that we might know, which is kind of crazy. Which is like small world. Like I said, I don't know how many.
What was the name?
You remember Olin? You remember Olin? You might not. You might if you see
The
him.
name sounds
Olin,
familiar.
Olin Douglas. That's the name of the guy. Like I don't know how many Olin Douglases there are in Houston, but like if that's the guy we know, that's kind of crazy that he'd be tied into this story. But when you just read it, the friend was kind of saying she didn't even believe her. They were saying the argument, maybe if there was an argument, it started in the car, not the whole story of I tried to give a guy my number and he beat me or whatever. So she's a fraud. The Houston Police Department contacted the Minneapolis Police Department where she also did the same fraud there. And she has cases in the Virgin Islands. She got something in Minneapolis. She got in Travis County, Texas, and another place in Texas. She got like all kind of things, assault, domestic violence. Like this lady's like, I don't know, something's wrong with her brain, but she got a lot of shit, man. And people called her out for it. And once again, we got another similar Jussie Smollett type of situation going on here.
That shit is crazy.
Embarrassing.
That shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. I might be like undefeated with the Justice Smollett type things that happen on the social commentary. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
What you got right?
I was right about Jesse Smollett first weekend. I said I ain't believe it or whatever, and I felt like that shit was kind of crazy. I said the same thing about this, but honestly, I ain't even have like a bunch of facts to it. It just when stuff start coming out, it seemed a little sketchy. When we look at that past, that's all I really was kind of arguing for the most part, like why people feel a certain type of way about the situation. But ain't gonna lie, I be coming out of dub.
I mean, y'all called it. Y'all said it. Like, it is what it is. And I'm gonna just make this point. I mean, I'm about to make it a point to not respond to Trail's comments unless he's stating something productive in the chat. because obviously people thought she was lying. Now it is actually confirmed through legal actually being charged that she was lying. 'Cause people on social media were still like, y'all are, going against this black woman. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
what y'all? So like, is it like she faked the whole swellings of her face too? Like,
she had to, right? She had to do something. If she's doing it here, she's doing it in Minneapolis, she's doing it in all these other places. Um, and they're charging her for fraudulent, GoFundMe. It had to be some fake shit. But I would want to see what did the hospital say? Like, did the
yeah,
hospital say
that's
that it was like, I don't know what the word is, but it's like comparable to a blunt force attack. Like, did they say at the hospital, or what did the hospital say was wrong with her face? I'd be curious to see
did she even
what
go
they
to
said
the?
there as well.
I don't even know. It was like she was in the hospital,
She had
but
like a hospital thing, but like, I wonder what they said to her. Did they say it was blunt force, or was it like you had an allergic reaction to something?
so
You know?
what I find strange, I definitely want to know what the police found because I feel like it's like football or basketball where like if it's inconclusive and it's already been kind of like said it's one way, like if it's a touchdown and it's hard to see if it's not a touchdown, they're just gonna call what it is on the field. Like I feel like it's similar to this situation where like we don't really know who hit her. Like we don't know, like you know what I mean. Like we don't really know a lot of this shit. So I feel like what did the cops find to go ahead and actually charge her for fraud though? Because it seemed like it's something that could get like she could get away with because like he say she say shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like was there like solidified witnesses the whole time? Like, I'm just curious to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I can read a little bit. So Osman told the detectives that's when oh, hold on, let's go to it. So according to charging documents, when the dark colored sedan pulled up, Osman thought it was the Uber she had called and got inside. Osman told the detective that's when the suspect hit her in the face with a brick, which I don't know how many people have a brick like sitting around their car, which that wouldn't make too much sense. But regardless, she also stated that she did her own investigation and found it was a man named Olin Douglas who assaulted her. When Osman was asked where was her friend at the time, she reportedly became upset and said her friend was far away from her while talking to another guy. Osman then changed her story to say she was assaulted at the Liquid Lounge Club. After more questioning from the HPD, Osman became upset, asked to speak with detective supervisor, and then hung up. The detective said he still provided her the name of his sergeant. So this as surveillance tells another story. On September 20th, Houston police detectives canvassed the area where the assault was reported and spotted surveillance cameras in the 5600 block of Shoemaker. The company that owns the cameras provided detectives with the footage. In the footage, the man that Osman claimed hit her, Olin Douglas, was also identified. Detectives said Douglas, Osman, and her friend were seen talking amongst each other and walking towards the TikTok Garden Lounge, located in the 5600 block of Shoemaker Lane. They all reportedly went inside the club together. About 20 minutes later, the video shows the trio walk out of the club, then walk towards a white Maserati that was parked directly on the side of the business. Douglas was reportedly seen leaning on the right passenger door while Osman walked towards him. According to the documents, the surveillance footage shows that Osman started dancing on Douglas while her friend was in the front of the vehicle talking to another man. The video then reportedly shows all four people getting to the Maserati. The unidentified man in the driver's seat, the friend got in the right front passenger, and Osman and Douglas entered the back, according to documents. A few minutes later, Douglas was reportedly seen getting out of the back right side, and then Osman and her friend also got out. According to documents, Osman and Douglas were in an argument, and Douglas reportedly swung his right hand while holding what appeared to be a plastic water bottle and struck Osman in the face. Detective said Osman then sat in the front passenger seat of the vehicle while Douglas stepped away from her. He reportedly got back to the seat of an Audi A3, and then they drove off. Right?
So she did get hit in the face.
Yeah, I mean, I get. Yeah, she did get hit in the face.
So how's she getting away with fraud?
Because she lied. She still lied.
What she lied about?
She said she got hit with a brick. She made because she just made a whole story up. Like the point of the GoFundMe was like, I got hit in the face with a brick, and these people nobody helped me, and then they like,
damn,
okay,
they can't sugarcoat nothing. They can't throw no sauce on it.
You can't.
Damn.
You can't change your story and swindle people out of thousands of dollars.
Trying to get the rackets, man.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Nah, that's crazy.
Let's see. Falana says, how credible is Houston detectives? Yes, they got Bryce to cry during interrogation behind.
Thanks for remembering that.
That shit funny. But he niggas got a memory on them, boy. That brings shit. Anyways, so yeah. But I mean, like I said, people got they vindication now that she's locked. She's possibly gonna go to jail because she's been doing this all over the country with these fake stories and trying to just swindle people out of money. But people are here to be swindled. Like they're happy to be swindled. Like some people still believe Justice Smollett isn't lying. Like there's people that really still believe that he's not lying. They think that it's the system, it's the police department, it's racism, it's this, it's that. It's like some people are just here to be swindled, and
Yeah,
that's all it
people are
comes down to.
gullible. People are
Yeah,
gullible, bro. That's just
because it's
one
different.
thing
When it's like
about it.
gullible. It's like, damn, you see that story, like you initially see the story, and it's like, damn, that's fucked up. But it's like once you get the more evidence and you still believe the story, that's not kind of like, oh, you're just like, I don't know, you're just a person who's a sheep be led to slaughter at this point. Like
Yeah,
people can probably
it's
convince you of anything if it's the right narrative if it's a narrative that you believe in, people can lead you down any road.
yeah, it's some form of identity politics in some way of it. I don't know if that's the same word you'll use for it because there's social shit going on, but
You know,
people basically, it's a woman. I've been abused. I
yeah,
can
like
see myself being
tribalism, shit
that
like that.
woman. Like they see themselves in these people, so a lot of time they just defending the possibility of that happening to them. And I will say this, like a lot of things I've been saying on Twitter with like some of this stuff coming out. Like for instance, I don't know if you've seen the dude that got lied on about having giving passing out AIDS and shit, giving AIDS to girls.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
saw that.
then like the backlash that kind of came after, like a lot of women been starting to say like I just can't start. I can't believe everything from now on because a lot of these women just ain't shit. And it just it's not even a women or men thing. It's just you more inclined to believe women because women are vulnerable. Women look at themselves as being like victims in a lot of cases. So it's easy for them to have that empathy and see each other as if as one another or whatever. So I get it, but at a certain point, you do gotta step out of yourself and understand you ain't every other woman. So
Yeah,
it's
and
a
also
tough thing.
it's right for men to kind of fall in line with that as well. Like I did a video this week where I talked about she's like a political person. Her name's Angela Rod. She has a podcast, right? And her first episode of the podcast, which is launched through I guess like Charlemagne and iHeart or something like that. The first episode, she exposes the guy who's working CNN, Chris Cuomo, right? She said that he texted her over New Year's like hey tinsel crotch, right? Because she had posted a bikini picture where it's like it looked like I don't know, like tinselly, like I don't know, it's like shiny. So he called it tinsel crotch. And she was on the
Mm-mm-mm.
episode, she was crying and she was whatever. I was like, I'm not diminishing like what she went through. Like if a superior person is talking inappropriate, like that's fine. But just I always look at like the timing of certain shit. Like it just felt like she used the launch of her podcast, which like she could do that. This thing too is like people can do that. If you want to use that moment to garner more attention on what you got going on, you can
Mm.
do that. But don't be surprised when people call out what you're doing. Like we can like he did that to you, that's fucked up. But like we can clearly see this is a play to like, get more attention and viewers to your thing.
Yeah,
So
and
but
play on people
it
feelings.
was like it was women that were actually like saying like, yeah, I agree. But it was like men that were kind of like, I don't know, you want to call them like white knighting, but it was more men that was kind of
Yeah,
pushing
men
back
do
on
it
me
too.
than women.
Men do it too for sure because they feel like they, got to protect women and shit like that. It'd be oftentimes I be seeing stuff on social media where like a dude, a woman to be beating a dude ass and everybody be laughing, cheering the shit on. As soon as the dude like do anything aggressive, push or whatever, they want to put the dude in the chokehold and all the other stuff. And it's just like, well, why you ain't been grabbed the girl type shit if you really
Yeah.
trying to stop shit. So it's like dudes dudes do feel a certain type of way where women should have a certain leniency over a male. Like a male should have a certain discretion towards women, especially when it comes to physical violence. And I mean, I understand that too. I'm probably an advocate for that too. But then I also understand if a nigga want to hit you back, you shouldn't have swung on him. You shouldn't have been aggressive towards him as well. So I kind of see both sides type shit.
Yeah.
I kind of see both sides, but yeah, men definitely start white knighting, and that's where you see all type of dudes dying at gas stations for trying to save shit, or police officers trying to break up a domestic violence case, and they end up getting hold because the woman's still like get off my man type shit, even though they going through shit. But it's a natural thing that men feel like if a woman crying, like men feel bad, men feel a certain type of empathy. That's why women. That's one of their go tos when they fuck up. They start crying because they know it's a soft spot for dudes. Like, and yeah, it's something that we got to control. Just like how we talk about women and viewing themselves through other women, even though that bitch may be on some whole other shit. Like, so
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for the brick lady. We'll see. I don't know what type of time comes behind this type of crime, but you know, I ain't wishing no prison on nobody. Like, I ain't saying like, oh, let's send her to
I
prison.
feel
It's
like that
just
should be
like,
some probation shit.
yeah, I don't think she should probably go to prison for that. Maybe you gotta like, I don't know how she can,
Cause it's not.
get her money back to people, but I don't think she should
I
go to
feel like
prison.
I think they seized the money if I wasn't mistaken a long time ago.
Oh well, if they
Um,
did that, then at that point, it's okay, she lied. Yeah, like all right, sitting there, give her a little probation, 5 months, and then if you don't get in trouble, we'll
mm,
take it off your record type shit. I don't think she would to
yeah,
jail or no shit like that for that.
I think GoFundMe kind of got hip to certain shit like this, so they hold the funds till a certain type of time or something like that. What I was
Yeah.
seeing, and they don't mind holding it from what I seen too, because they did it pretty early on. It was like the first week that I had seen reports
Hmm.
of like GoFundMe like
Yeah, and
losses and shit.
the thing too crazy. It be them people on TikTok, bro. It be them people that be like, because I saw in the stories like a TikToker person was the one who reached out to HPD like, hey, this girl be lying a lot. She be lying all the time. So I'm like, TikTok a motherfucker, boy. Them people,
Yeah.
they'll find out everything on TikTok for sure.
But yeah, I feel like she should just get some probation, something
Hmm.
slight like that. Because even then, like she wasn't just lying. Like she
Yeah,
did get hit.
if she did
Like,
get
and then
hit,
at
then
least
she
in
got
this
hit.
situation, like that
Yeah.
she getting charged for. You can't charge her for all the other accounts unless all the other jurisdictions come together. But I don't feel like that happened. I feel like this is a Houston thing from the situation we talking about. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like with them getting their money and her actually kind of telling some part of the truth, like she did actually get hit, like you
Yeah.
can't hang her for that.
True. But anyway, speaking of I don't even know where that transition was going. What you said, hanging and somebody dying, but I don't know. That was a crazy transition. Regardless, so some news out of Memphis, right? So Yo Gotti's brother, right?
Damn.
Big Jook. That was crazy. 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 But anyways, Big Jook, right? Yo Gotti's brother was gunned down after a funeral service in Memphis over the weekend, right? So, or maybe it was, yeah, it had to be over the weekend. And I don't know, it's just weird to me. Like I get that we are as people we're invested in like celebrities because we look at celebrities like they're greater than us. That's why people look at that's why people are falling over celebrities because they think they're greater than them or they do something that they can never do. So they're like these icons, right? But it's just weird to me to see people get so invested in like the real street shit that's going on in Memphis. It's like I guess I get it. Like okay, Yo Gotti's brother, if he was behind Young Dolph getting killed, then I guess as a Young Dolph fan, you might be happy maybe that he's dead now too. But it's still just weird to me to get invested. Like the guy that with the Nipsey thing, right? Eric Holder. Like if they came out tomorrow and said, "Oh, Eric Holder was killed in prison," I just would like. I like Nipsey's music, but I just wouldn't like if I was his family, I would celebrate. But not as a fan, I just feel like it's weird. People like, okay, oh, Gotti next. Hope they get Gotti next. Get Black Youngster. It's like it's kind of weird to me. Just because it has nothing to do with y'all, and like whatever comes from it, right? It has no effect on y'all. So y'all are championing more violence because it's like, okay, somebody gets killed, right? Say Black Youngster brother got killed like last year, I think. Yo Gotti brother gets killed this year. Let's say Black Youngster, Yo Gotti, they retaliate, and then they kill somebody else. Now we're just like, are we going to keep hyping up this war that's already brewing and it keeps going? Like it just doesn't make no sense to me.
The crazy part about it is entertainment. Like you said, you don't see how people get invested. They
Mm-hmm.
invested from a sense of they entertain. Like it's just like The Walking Dead or which I used to watching this shit with the dragons and shit
Game
like
of
that.
Thrones.
It's just like the Game of Thrones, where a new character that was like the close to the main character dies, and it just advance more to the plot and shit just get more interesting. And that's it's really sad to say that, but that's how people really viewing it. They don't look
Now
at
that
these
makes
people
sense.
as they don't look at these people as real like humans that's going through shit and losing people. Like they look at it as like it's a game, bro. Like or
Yeah.
it's like it's a movie or some shit like that, bro.
Like I see
It's
people
crazy.
talking about like so there's a guy named like Govan Hernandez. Like he's like the guy who kind of set up the whole Young Dolph thing, right? And he's supposedly friends with the Big Juk guy. People so casually just talk about his daughter getting shot in the head in Houston. I think it was in Houston. Like
Wow.
a girl, she got like executed. Like people are claiming obviously they had to do something with the Young Dolph thing, but people when they talk about it, they just so casually talk about it, like that's like not some real serious, you know? Like it's just like, oh, and then they knocked this bitch off. It's like, hold on, what are we talking about? You know, we're talking about like she ain't got like her daddy maybe has something to do with it. Well, not maybe he got arrested. She ain't got nothing to do with it. Why she thrown in like they knocked that bitch off too? It's like it's got like no empathy, no remorse, no sympathy, no whatever. And I think like I'm not gonna say the drill wave started that with people and fans, but like I said, when you listen to these songs, like I love the King Von's music, and when I hear like uh kill everybody, somebody he shot up a funeral, kill everybody outside. I bet Wooski feel this one. Like I'm rapping that shit because this shit hard, but like and I think about like, damn, that's a real like Them niggas really did shoot up a funeral and shoot a nigga named Wooski in the head. He didn't die, but like he like paralyzed some shit like that. So they kind of made it like the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like they made it like these people aren't real people. Like this is we just rapping about some fictional shit, but it's really be real people behind it, and people get so invested. It's just weird to me. Like they celebrate it. People are like, oh, yo, Gotti's next. It's like kill this person. Like it's like they're like they feel like they get to control the game. You know what I'm saying? Like kill this person next. It's like, bro, these real people, and everybody who doing it, they gonna get caught and go to prison anyways. So it's like, okay, y'all kill Big Jook. Now y'all in prison for the rest of your life. What did y'all win? Like, what did y'all get out of this? What did you succeed with? But you know,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what buttons been pressed. I don't know if any like to speak on the real conversation or was that a hit on Young Dolph or was that just some dudes being greedy? I don't. I mean, they ain't look like they robbed him, so it did look like a hit. But
I think that kind of correlating that it's like a hit job type shit.
so I mean, I don't know if it was Gotti behind it or nothing like that. But it does seem incredibly crazy to think about it like that because it's like these people are egging it on in a sense, like these rich people
Yeah,
that, bro, millionaires, bro, that
dude,
could
we
just
talk
be
about shit all
living
the
their
time. Stupid
lives and
shit. Stupid
be,
shit.
y'all can be on islands, y'all can
It
be
needs
in
to be
Dubai,
anywhere
y'all
in the
can be where the
world.
fuck y'all want
Bro,
to
it needs
be,
to be anywhere in the world.
and y'all focused on getting niggas shut up and shit like that. It's just insane, bro. So I mean,
Especially it's like it's not like it's even with the Yo Gotti thing. Like the, from what I saw in the videos I watched about this, how the beef started. Yo Gotti was already established, right? He already had CMG. He was trying to find
mhm.
artists. He wanted to sign Young Dolph. Young Dolph was like, no, I'm good. I want to do my thing. Like Gotti, you did your thing. You went in, I don't know if you went independent, but you got your label. You did your thing, right? I want to do like that. I want to have my own label. I want to be independent. That's what I do. And they said that's where like the beef kind of started, right? And I'm just going off
It's
this
childish
video.
as fuck.
I'm just going off this video I watched about. It. And then they say that's when Black Gotti signs Black Youngster, and then he kind of like uses Black Youngster to diss Dolph. Like Black Youngster go on Instagram say she's like I slapped Dolph when I see him, and obviously the whole Charlotte thing, 100 shots at his bulletproof truck. Obviously he got a bulletproof truck, he didn't get hit, but even stuff like that, or even when they was in L.A. and Young Dolph pulled up on, I think what they say, Young Dolph pulled up on Yo Gotti's house somewhere in L.A. where he was at, and that Young Dolph got shot there. He didn't die obviously, but he got shot there when they had a confrontation. My thing is I get that they also have history and street shit where he says like he used to front his brother, but I don't think that's where the beef came from. The beef came from the music shit. That's so corny to me.
It's so
Cause like,
emotional.
bro, nigga don't want to sign with you. Like, all right, cool, it's whatever. Move on. Like, y'all both are still at the end of the day, y'all are Memphis legends, right? And then y'all are millionaires. Y'all got all the money in the world. So now y'all rich niggas, obviously Dolph's dead now, but then now y'all got all these poor people who would do anything for y'all. You give somebody like 10,000 to Gotti. I'm not trying to say Gotti gave somebody 10,000, but if he did to crash out and kill somebody, bro, 10,000 ain't shit to go to jail for life. Like that ain't nothing. Like, could you imagine like, oh, somebody gave me 10,000, I'm in prison for life? Like that's not even worth it. Like if a nigga like, hey, I'll wire like when you see the hitman shit, like I'll wire you 100 million to take out this politician. Like that's at least seem like it may be worth it if you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about 100 million, that's life changing. But 10,000, I get to poor people, that's a lot of money, so they'll do it. But it's just stupid shit at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, life don't play, bro. Life don't play, and I feel like if you playing them type of games, bro, shit come back at you. And I ain't like laughing at nobody or saying anybody technically should deserve it, but at the end of the day, bro, y'all was playing with fire, bro, and that's the only way you get burnt like that. Where so many people that's that close to you keep dying, bro. Y'all keep
Yeah.
playing with fire. Like it ain't a coincidence at this point.
It's like Lil Durk.
Like
It's like his cousin get killed, his brother get killed, his manager get killed. Like they all like everybody around you dying. There's always y'all. I mean, sometimes obviously with Dolph, the people do die, but like it's always y'all kind of not dying, and everybody else around y'all is dying.
yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
just reading the thing. Oh yeah, that too. That's what I saw in the video too. Like Dolph named his mixtape "The King of Memphis," and they said that made Gotti mad. I'm like, why would that make you mad? Like, nigga, it's just like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's so stupid to me. Like, if I was, it's just like the King of Houston. It's like, okay, like, whatever.
Niggas was doing that with the King of the South with Ti when he did it when they came down to Houston. There was a little beef, wasn't letting them perform. It's emotional stuff, bro.
Yeah, it's just stupid shit. It's
Especially when
ego.
it's music.
It's like at that time, T.I. could say that he was the biggest artist, I think, in the South at that time when he was out. Like, I'm trying to figure out who was bigger than him in the South, besides maybe like Wayne, but Wayne wasn't even really on that. Like I'm the king. Wayne was I'm the best rapper out of everybody type of shit. Like I'm the greatest rapper alive. Fuck just the South. So it's like even the people that was mad because wasn't he was beefing with Lil Flip, right? Ti.
Yeah.
It's like Lil Flip, you weren't even in the conversation with the king of the South. You had like a record, like you had game over, but like come on, you weren't like you know. And salute
Yeah.
to him, he from Houston, but why would you even beef with a nigga over that?
What I'm starting to realize at the end of the day, all this rap shit always been affiliated with like mob and gang shit. So at the end of the day, when people start really getting emotional, it's easy for it to go there because they're already in the circles and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
this is what I'm starting to realize. And when
And
they
they always
say, well,
trick
he's
themselves out
like,
of position.
yeah, he was like, why they? I don't know who said it was like, why don't they happen in hip
NJ.
hop? And they kind of speak to that because it's like it's ingrained, like
It's
it's
where they come
ingrained.
from. They're territorial. Like look at Chicago. Like I didn't know until I really because I wasn't really invested in the Chicago shit. Like whenever Chief Keef and all them was coming up, academics war on shit, I wasn't watching shit like that. But now I see it now, it's like, oh, these niggas like literally live like a block. Like it ain't like they live like you know. It's like if like you live in let's say you live in Greenspoint and you beefing with niggas like in Mo City. It's like I don't know. It's like what 45 minutes away. Like these niggas like right across the street from each other, and y'all are like y'all can like literally walk down the road and look down their street and see them. It's like what y'all beefing for? Like what's the real reason of the beef? Because y'all
Yeah,
all started
now
your own little crews and cliques, and it's like nigga, y'all could have just been powerful and took over the city together.
I was gonna talk about like the major labels being influencing and shit like that, but then when you think about it, it's certain rappers like this black artist Drake, the Futures, J. Cole's, Kendrick's, like they you could say they either been by it or talk about it, but they're not so much ingrained in that. And
Yeah,
it's so you see, it's not just the mainstream push where it's like, cause I'm like, what kind of start this shit? But what I was really getting to is like what these niggas start realizing they could use rap as a form to diss they niggas. So that kind of like became entrenched with the game because I don't think that's always been like that where you necessarily dissing your ops in a sense like that. I think once they kind of realized they could pop and they could be hella disrespectful with it, make some music videos and shit like that, I think that shit started to become something that dudes that ain't even really rappers start just fucking with them. Some niggas actually pop, obviously, and shit like that. But I was just kind of like daydreaming, trying to figure out like where this shit really come from, because it's like all people ain't really on that gang shit heavy like that. It ain't really been in
yeah.
the culture like that for a long time. Like, so where is it coming
Because
from now?
you would think it would have started heavy back in the day with the LA shit. Because when you watch documentaries about LA and gang shit back in the day, they was killing people like it wasn't shit. Like it was like fuck it. You would
Yeah,
think they would have started that shit. But even them, I'm not really like I'm not saying I'm really big on. I wouldn't listen to all that old shit back in the day like NWA and all that type of shit. So I don't know. Somebody could correct me if they was doing that or they was being vague about it. I think it just come to a point where it's like
I
entertainment for
mean,
people because it's like gangster shit, mob shit is always like one of the most popular forms of entertainment, right? So when you get these people that can rap and the music sound good, and then they're talking about real situations and real people, it just makes it more real because like, oh, they're really doing this shit, which makes people like them more. And then when you got more people like you more, what do you get? You get rewarded from that. You get shows, you get deals, you get money. So I think people see it as a reward system. It's like, okay, well, if I do this and I'm already going through X and Y and I glorify it, it'll give me more money. And then also what it does is nobody likes being dissed publicly. So all it's gonna do is amplify what y'all got going on in the streets in the city. So if you feel embarrassed, then y'all are gonna retaliate and this is gonna keep going back and forth. Like, what's the one thing? Like if two dudes get an argument and nobody sees it, they might be able to squash it, right? But if it's on display for everybody, then guys feel like they got to do the extra shit because now everybody's watching, and you don't want to end up being embarrassed. You know what I'm saying?
a
So
bunch of
we
grown
can't really
ass men, bro.
we can't just let y'all be talking about we up 30, we got the score, we killed 55 year niggas last week and detailing shit like okay now we gotta go kill somebody. Like today, for instance, the 6 people that killed FBG Doug, this is some Chicago stuff, right? They all got found guilty. When you actually think about that story, it happened in 2020. I think besides 2 of the people, which one 25 and 24, at least 3 of the people are 34 to 32. So we're talking about at this time in 2020, these guys were like 29 to 30 years old. What 30-year-old man is like, and they ran, like the dude called him and said, hey, Duck's here. They got surveillance for them running through the projects to get to the car to go to this place to kill this guy. I'm like, how pathetic can you be? You're 30 years old. This is your life. Waiting to go kill a nigga at the mall. Like it's like if you go kill somebody at the Galleria. You know what I'm saying? Like at the most popular shit we got in the city, where the luxury shit at. Like that's y'all's life. And like nobody sat there like, hey bro, he's at this place where all the rich people go. Do we not think there's a million cameras there? Do we like is this smart? Why not he be around our area? Why don't we just wait till he get to over here? Like around us. You know what I'm saying? He's
That
like
shit emotional,
they're not
bro.
thinking.
That shit emotional. I be calling that shit gay, bro. I talked about it on here before. I'm like the type of energy it take. Like you think about a nigga all day, you stalk a nigga, like you do shit that like people that's like really obsessive do over in relationships do. Like you have the same behavior traits. And it's like I can't sit up here and think about a man that much. I can't sit up here and let a man make me emotional like that. Like I
Right.
rarely get emotional to a point where like somebody talking to me and I'm just overly affected, bro. Like I don't let people get to me like that. So it just the only people that really can get to me like that is like my mama, my family, my girl, because like they super close to me and they know my
Yeah.
buttons in a sense like that. So it's like for a nigga to be getting that close to you and make you that upset and shit, bro, that shit's just gay to me, bro. I can't lie to you.
Like I
Like
get
that
it. Like
whole
at some
energy
point, like
gay.
y'all have the killing has went back and forth. Like okay, they killed 12 year old people, we killed 13 there. So y'all got the killing thing. Like I get it, right? You just don't mess with them. But it's like, what is the what? I want to know with Chicago shit because every time I see something about Chicago, they never detail like it's like oh it's turf war. It's about money and drugs and shit like that. It just always feel like it's like oh we just live here and y'all live there, so it's fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like hey we're selling dope. Like I don't know if 50 Cent get rich or die, that's real, right? That's a real story. All that's real. Let's say it's real.
Yeah.
And he was a drug dealer and he was doing all that type of shit and they were doing turf war shit like that to me makes more sense. But if it's just y'all niggas born here, we're born here, we hate each other, and one time we kill one of y'all, so now we're just in this all out war over all this, not over no money, not over no like you know what I'm saying? It's like what are we doing? But
Uh,
you know,
Man, this programming, bro. Like how much as I talk shit about women and the sexy red type energy right now, that's what the programming was for a lot of black males, bro. Like they was caught up in the idea of just that type of energy, bro. Being super toxic, bro. Being super ready to be aggressive. And I mean, I guess you can call it a product of an environment too, but it also seemed like a choice at a certain point because it feel like we see the old dog and we see like the menace to societies and shit like that, and certain people want to be that more than you have to be that. Like
yeah,
it don't never seem like you gotta be that. Like I know dudes that sell drugs and shit like that, and I understand that's a certain life, but being a killer too, like that's just like two different energies. Like it used to be a difference from being a hustler and a killer. And I just seem like everybody want to be a killer, bro. Like nobody just
mm-hmm.
want to be a hustler. Nobody just want to and that shit seem and at least in these like super hood environments, and that shit just seem overly forced to me, bro. Like it
Mm-hmm.
really do. Like I don't know if it's just a fact that niggas be so broke and all they got is going a certain square distance, and these niggas like playing hide and go seek with guns type shit. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like it's all they
Like
got. Like you know what I mean? Like
it feel like when I listen to the Chicago shit, like a lot of times like that's
shit
their
weird, bro.
status. Like that's their status. Like their status don't be like I'm richer than everybody. It'd be like
Hmm.
I killed 12 people. Damn, nigga, I only killed 4. Like it feel like that's their status symbol. To say who's the
Ah,
coolest is who killed the most. That's what it feel like when I hear them rapping, talking shit like that. It
yeah, and
don't just be
that's
like I got the most money. I'm the flyest or whatever. Just be like I killed 12 people. How many you
that
killed? Oh, I
that
only killed
remind
3.
me
Step your shit up.
that remind me of high school shit, like where like how many girls you talking to? Oh, my girl finding your girl, like I gotta
Yeah,
like who you killed, nigga? Like nigga, I killed this nigga. Like I feel
yeah.
like that's some shit that for somehow, some way it got planted in the culture and and that's what became cool to a point where women be knowing and they kind of attracted like the girls like I slept next to a killer every day, so what can I be afraid of, like type
Yeah.
shit. Like it give them a certain level of clout. It give them a certain level of attractiveness because that's what they made cool for
Mm,
whatever reason in these type of environments. And like I said, like we go to like there's many other environments where you look at it's like hella violent. Like if you look at third world countries and shit like that, so it's obviously can be due to environment, but I also feel like it's plenty of other third world countries where the motherfuckers just they got
They
what
got
you
time for
call
that shit,
it?
but you trying to survive.
Yeah, they got nice little what we call them farmers markets, but they ain't really farmers market. They just they markets in general. Like people
Yeah.
just out there selling their shit and doing their thing. Like it's low crime rates and shit like that. Cause like you said, it's people just living their life. So I don't know. Like it, I don't think just being broke creates you to being violent. But I think when you are broke and then you start getting them negative seeds planted into the culture, however it was through movies, whether it's through just music or whatever it is. Like shit, it could be government programming. Goddamn, I don't know what you want to call it, but um, I think that's when it starts to get dangerous, bro. Because it's honestly don't make sense. Because it's like if you talk to these people, bro, and have a real conversation with them, bro, they know that shit not right,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah, and I think also like we talk about all the time, I think a lot of people they change. Maybe it's just code switching, I don't know. But when they get around certain environments and act like that, you know?
they start acting like Meat Mill with Robert Kraft and Meat
Yeah,
Mill
when you
with
see like when you see Lil Durk with
Mike
Morgan
Rubin or
Wallen
whatever
and shit
nigga.
like that, it's like "Nigga, you ain't acting like that with Morgan Wallen, but maybe it's just a code switch. Maybe like, oh, I gotta act like this in front of a white boy, but I'm really, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read some
Nah,
of these comments real quick.
it's a fact.
Trail said, I've been said street dudes is gay on here and y'all clown me. I don't remember you ever saying that. I don't remember us ever clowning you for that. Um, some of it's real beef. These people grew up and went to the same school, rivals, build. That's what I'm saying. I get that there's real rivalries, but what is the rivalry about? Is it
This
just
nigga
like
Zion fought 3 times, bro. Like I don't want to
is
kill
it
a
is it just like
nigga.
I'm born here, you're born there? It's like that's so stupid.
Like, I've been in plenty of
And I
fights,
get
bro.
it.
I ain't never got to that part.
Niggas will say, you don't understand. You ain't grew up in that. I get that. I ain't grew up in no environment like that. And I get psychologically how people get the way they get. Cause like as you're like for instance, the little kid who everybody's trying to push out here to be the rapper, what's his name? Lil RT. Like I could see why he would double down on the way he acting. Right? He's talking about smoking ops, doing this. I saw him smoking on Instagram, right? Why would he not double down on that behavior? He's getting rewarded for it. He's a kid. So he's already a kid. Like we're so like that's what I think about with the whole like dude, I think we had a conversation one time. We said what's worse, like the gay agenda or like the gangster agenda. And I was talking about like how I forgot what we was talking about with it, but like, you know, what's worse? Um, I feel like the gangster shit, like it's just it's cool, right? It's cool to do that. It's easy because it's not hard to be a crash dummy. It's really not hard. You just got to be just willing to be a crash dummy at the end of the day. It's not a hard thing to do. Like anybody can be tough. Like I can go outside right now and shoot 50 people. If I can just go outside, I can go crash out right now. You know what I'm saying? I can go to a high school football game, kill everybody, big and crash out. You know, it's not like it's a hard thing to do. Maybe mentally it's like, damn, do I want to do it? Do I not? But those things that people do, like King Von and them, they see somebody, they shoot. These aren't like hard things to do. It's easy to be like a crash dummy. And I feel like when you see people be rewarded for it, it just creates more people that will go down that path. Like there's gonna be more people that act like sexy Regs, like, oh shit, uh,
Bro, we
we're
can hit
rewarded
from
for
so
that.
many angles. Pause, bro.
We're gonna triple down on that. It's like when you see people get rewarded for certain shit, why would people not triple down from it? It's like Instagram. Whenever you saw niggas doing what they were doing stupid shit, they was jumping over tables and like licking donuts. That's all you saw. That's everybody. That's now everybody start doing. It's like when something gives you a reward. It's like training. I'm not trying to say these people are dogs, but when you train a dog, you give them rewards. When you give people
Yeah,
rewards for
nah.
bad shit,
People are people
when
like
you
dogs.
when you give people rewards for bad shit, don't be surprised when more people start doing bad shit. It's just that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, bro. People was licking the ice cream and putting it back in the refrigerator, freezer, whatever at the grocery stores and getting a bunch of views and comments and shit. That's a form of reward. Like, nah, you're 100% right. People, and you call it instinct, will act off instincts to a degree.
Yeah. Trail
But you,
said Bryce was fighting white boys downtown Houston. That's why it didn't go down.
I don't
What
think
was
I
it?
ever fought a white person. It's actually hilarious.
Oh, you did
Um.
run down and punch that one white boy, but that was because it was a fake
Oh,
white boy.
yeah. I ain't know that though. But yeah, nah. And then when it kind of aggravated me a little bit when he was like the gays versus the gangster shit. Not aggravated, that's not the right word, but I don't know. Because I remember the conversation. I was like, motherfucker, it's the gays.
I feel like that gay shit way more detrimental. I ain't
I
gonna lie.
know, I know, I know. And for me, it's hard for me to argue, and that's why I end up coming to. Because when you brought up the sexy red, it's just like, bro, we getting hit from so many different fronts. From niggas thinking they gotta be gangster, niggas thinking they gotta be,
Like
not hetero,
the feminist
and
shit is
then
the thing. Like,
say,
look at D Wade. Like D Wade's like, I got a trans daughter or trans whatever daughter. I don't know, whatever. And now he got to paint his nails and he got to look fit. It's like you ain't because you let your kid be trans, and don't mean you got to start turning trans.
well, I
Like,
want to talk about that too.
it's not like a bug. It's not you ain't get bit by it.
Nah, and then you said something with the feminists, but even getting hit with the feminist shit, like for my women and them feeling like they gotta be independent and all that shit, bro. It's so many shit black people dealing with on so many fronts. It's kind of crazy, but to get into that D Wade shit, now I think what I'm coming to conclusion is he's projecting on his son, and I think that's when that shit start getting dangerous because obviously we know Gabrielle Union is um, already for that agenda, bro. You see
Super
how
feminist,
proud
yeah.
you see how proud she be to show whatever you want to call them around, and I feel like when we see the conversation we talked about a couple months ago, or maybe last year, where it was like the woman had three transgender kids, or she said all three of her
It's not
kids
possible.
transgender.
That's not
It's just
possible.
like when you
Statistically, it's not possible.
and it just starts to feel like that's when we talk about grooming and situations like that. And I feel like that shit needs to be looked at where people need to go to counseling and maybe you don't get your kid taken away, but that is some form of child abuse and uh, y'all need therapy, bro, because it was a joke that I seen recently on TikTok where the kid was like the dad put it was like $6. It was like a 6-year-old kid or an 8-year-old kid. He put two Oreos on one side and then $10,000 on the other side. He was like, pick one, which one you want, and you can have it. Kids started reaching for the Oreos. He was like, wait, you sure this is $10,000 right here? The kid look at him and he just can't get his eyes off the fucking Oreos. He keep reaching for the Oreos. And it was an analogy to say you want kids to pick their gender. It's like motherfucker can't even you want to talk about value or thinking about something long term. A kid, you could buy 10,000 Oreos, motherfucker, if you get the $10,000, but your ass see them two Oreos in front of you, you make an impulsive decision. And that's what kids do, and that's what kids have been known to do throughout history. So we here to coach them and guide them. So when you start seeing that these kids are having these type of feelings and thoughts, I start to question it because I'm not one of the crowd that feel like you can be this shit is born in you, like they like to say it, or it's something where um
I say this.
it's from
I
birth
do
type
think it is
shit.
I do think it is like a mental thing, right? I do think it's like a because a lot of things that we do like there's like a mental component to it. I do think it's a mental thing, but I think like rushing into the whole like because just because they mentally feel this way right now doesn't mean they mentally feel that way forever. I feel like I say this all the time. I feel like there's a lot of people that are just gay. They're like they see the trans movement now, and they're like, well, shit, if I'm gay, I like men, so I must be a woman. So they kind of like they attribute like womanly things, like women like men, right? So I must be men. Now you might just be gay, like you might just be gay, you might not be
Mm-hmm.
trans, but like to push it, right, and then to make the person so like with D Wade's child, they push it, and then the person gets famous, right? So now they're rewarded for it. So now if this and there's people that have gotten older and they're like, oh well, I wasn't trans. Maybe I was just I'm still gay, but I'm not trans, right? But now
Mm-hmm.
like this kid has been pushed so far into it. If they ever do have those feels like, oh well, you know what? Maybe it's already you're already too much into it. You're already the reward system's already there. It's just be my thing is just be like a silent thing. Like okay, we'll just do it like this, and if you feel like you're trans, like it is what it is. I ain't saying he should disown the fucking kid and do all that type of shit. Um, but like my policy would be shit that ever happened to
But
me. Like
my
you
thing
ain't doing shit to
is
once you turn 18, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But
and we're gonna have a whole lot of conversations in therapy because I'm gonna be like, well, where is this coming from? Because I don't feel like this is something natural. I feel like it may be something you watching, maybe it's somebody you hanging around with, maybe it's a weak ass teacher you got in the school. Like that's where I'm gonna be coming at it from. I ain't gonna be coming from it where I just need to let this happen because I just don't feel like that's a normal behavior for a kid. Like let's be honest, bro. Like when I didn't know what masturbation was for a long time. I didn't know what sex was. Like I didn't know what a lot of the shit was until people introduced that shit to me. Like at a certain age, but for the most part, I was never thinking about that shit at that time period. So why would I even be thinking about it if I'm gay or straight? Like I did like girls and shit like that because I had girlfriends and shit like that. But once again, I feel like certain shit could be coached and guided where especially in this day and age where they be encouraging weird shit, bro. It's easy for a kid to be misguided into liking something they're not supposed to like. Like that's common sense, bro. Kids are hella influential or
Yeah,
not influential, but impressionable and shit like that. They're hella gullible. So I'm always gonna be like, nah, yeah, nah. That shit too. That's just too wild.
yeah,
Now, if they become gay, that's a conversation I'm willing to have. But the trans, this is what I'm really speaking on. That's just something completely like
yeah.
different to me. 'Cause I feel like that's body dysmorphia. Like that's
Mhm.
like if my that's just like if my daughter wanted to get a BBL, like I would be so like
It's
offended.
like why?
I'd
It's like
be
what are we doing?
so like I feel like that's a disgrace to my family. I feel like it's a disgrace to your spirit, who you are as a person. Like you should never feel like you need to do that. Like ever. Like life ain't
Yeah,
never that serious when
yeah,
you think about like materialism and shit that fade, like looks and shit like that. Nah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Especially when the BBLs get botched and you start looking, you look worse than you looked before.
You know, like
So
it's insane.
like I feel like that is a part of like that whole like body like there it is like a mental thing, right? Like even like you see some of these women like if you look at Lil Kim, like Lil Kim wasn't ugly like when she was out in the '90s, but she got
Hmm.
so much goddamn surgery. She ended up surgerying herself, thinking that she's making herself prettier. She looked fucking ugly, right? Because you just did too much. You didn't know when to stop. Like I said, it's a mental thing. It's like a fucking disease in your head. But let's see what they're talking about. I thank God that I'm not homo. I wouldn't know how to live life. I think low key Trail like a little like I think he might be a little gay just because like he obsesses over gay shit so much. Like when we were talking about the whole Diddy
A
allegation,
little gay is
it's
hilarious.
like he was like if Diddy ain't gay, don't send it to me. It's like why you so like he's so obsessed with like people being gay. So like it's like he's trying to find an influential enough person to come out and be gay so he can like follow their lead. So he's just waiting on somebody to really come out and be gay. Like if Drake said he gay, I think Trail be like you know what, me too. But anyways,
He say he
Bryce
gay, girl. Me too.
Bryce was taking lessons from Van Uncle. Hey yo, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that
I don't know
means.
what that means. What happens when the mother approves these ideology? I mean, that's why you got to kind of get it before you start having kids. People, you got to try to get that alignment right. That's why, like, when you see people getting like their kids taken away and the mother moving them to places where it's cool, it's like y'all should have had them conversations before y'all even thought about having kids together and shit like that. So, you know, just don't be,
Yeah, bro, you gotta see the
it's
batshit
cool to just
crazy
be out
in a
here
woman.
fucking people and doing all that crazy shit, but you got to kind of know who you dealing with. Like when you about to lay down with a woman, make sure hey, if you willing to have a baby with this person or not.
All women have some level of feminism in them, so you can't really escape that. Like even men have it in them to a degree, but it's the batshit crazy, the right wing, the far them the ones you gotta stay away from, and them the ones that tend to be on that ultra liberal. I'm transcending the patriarchy and I'm breaking and defining genders and all this other weird shit. Like it's it's just for me, bro. Like I be bundling shit up, and I know it can get frustrating. Like listening to me sometimes, or like, not even frustrating, but it could be a unique listen. I say that because I bundle shit up when I'm willing to take a leap, as they say, and when I see like certain tendencies be all bundled together where the same people vote for the same thing, these same type of people pushing this certain agenda, these same people dying to get into your schools and teach your kids shit, it just starts to feel like a
Yeah,
cult. And
so
I be seeing
yeah,
it and I be willing to
you gotta call
bundle
that
that
shit.
shit
You gotta
in.
call it out. Like you gotta ask certain questions. Like you gotta like okay, let's be honest. Like why do drag queens want to sit down and read books to kids? Like why do they want to do that?
Like
Why do
all
they do that?
that shit weird. Like why do they keep
Why do a grown man? Because drag queens ain't trans. Why does a grown man that wakes up wants to cross dress as a woman get glammed up? Why do you? Why do we? Why are we fighting so hard for these people to be able to do that? Like what's the point? Like why? Why are we not having like we can't have like characters come and read to the kids like like storybook characters like hey we brought I don't know fucking whatever storybook you get
Barney?
Cat in the Hat is here to read to the kid, you know what I'm saying? Like why gotta be Cindy Lou the drag queen? Like what are we this is like those things just don't make sense to me, right? Like, why are we fighting for certain shit? Like, oh, kids should be able to. Like, if a parent bring their kid to a show, I think that parent's weird. Like, I think that's weird to bring your kid to like drag shows and shit like that. And
Yeah,
as a
when you
drag
consider
performer, why do you feel comfortable performing? Because some of you be like damn near naked performing in front of you. Like, if I feel like if you perform, you see a kid, you be like, okay, I don't feel comfortable performing right here. I'm gonna move around.
that's
You know what I'm
insane.
saying?
But no, they get bro. That's
They
not
go
their
crazy. They go
style.
harder.
And
They
it's
see the
really
kid, they go harder.
it's sad, bro. But it go to show it's a certain level of people that be in that industry or that lane where it's like the moms that do that shit, ultra feminist, ultra
Yeah.
like
Ultra
liberal,
ally.
ultra yeah, bro. Ultra
They
victimhood.
got some type of guilt, so they gotta like try to help everybody, save everybody else.
And then a lot of time be living through their kids, bro. That shit even weirder.
Yeah. But I seen O 04 Mimi Hani. I ain't gonna lie. Like salute to you for being here, salute to you for coming. I seen that red figure. I thought that was Charles Edward Cheese. Nigga start bring back memories. I was like, oh, this nigga back. I thought that nigga Cheese was back, but salute to you. In tradition of bad segues, talking about kids. Have you seen the little Boom video? It's so crazy to me how like niggas actually give a fuck about this dude. It's like
I don't
it's just
know.
like
What was
I
that?
he like academics homeboy.
Okay. What happened?
There's like a video of him in Walmart, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I saw the video of like the police officer's body cam footage. I could see him touch the 17-year-old, like brush by the 17-year-old's hand, but the part about the little kid, I can't really tell what happened in that part. Like I could have just been not paying attention too hard, but I didn't. Pretty much they're trying to say he was like he got in trouble for like touching people in Walmart, right? Or he touched like a 10-year-old ass, and he touched like a 17-year-old. He took a picture of somebody. Like I don't know, there's a whole bunch of like weird shit, right? And then they leaked the video of it, and I couldn't tell by that one what actually happened in that instance. So
That's
that's pretty much what
unique.
it is.
That's a
It's,
unique thing. I mean, if there's smoke, I would definitely look into that because it's like, out of the random encounters I go to, like I know there'd be people that's Karens and shit. Like I've seen that happen, and it hasn't really happened to me before, but obviously there's plenty of times it's happened on social media. But like, what are the odds that somebody wants to go pull up a camera? Because you just can't go check the Walmart cameras. You just can't leak that footage. Somebody had to get in
yeah,
there and cause
yeah.
a fuss.
It happened in 2021, and it just got brought up recently. I guess he got into some with some chick on academics like Discord, and then she went and found it, and she leaked it, and then
Yeah, that's
now like
weird for
the
sure.
no jumper niggas is put like I look at it like this. The reason it's getting talked about is because no jumper niggas is pushing it, right? Like I feel like they're like, okay, he tied to academics. Academics kind of down bad right now with the girl and the shit like that. So that's my narrative. My narrative is they're like pushing it for the whole like we're gonna just tear down everybody around that nigga. That's my narrative. But I mean, if he a kid nigga touching little kid's ass, like I don't give a fuck about that nigga. So it's like, you
Yeah,
know what
like
I'm saying?
why is a ten
Like,
year old feeling uncomfortable around you? Like you shouldn't
yeah.
even be that close to
I
a
don't even get
10
the
year old
close.
in
I don't even get
general.
close. I don't even get close to motherfuckers at the grocery store.
Yeah, like it's a far and few between when I'm like that fucking close.
Like I'm not like even if you about to reach for the same shit with somebody. I'm not even like I'm waiting till you clear out the fucking way. Like get away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't think of one time I accidentally brushed against somebody at a grocery store.
Yeah, it's too big of a place. But he like he tried to clear the air. I seen like a couple clips of it. I'm not super invested in it because like he's just like it's not he like academics. It's not he's like Rory and Maul. He's like a nigga that be he's like a academics fan. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at him. It's like I just don't. He's a meme rapper. He's like a trash rapper. So it's like why do like I don't know. I'm not too invested in him. But I get what you're saying. Oh, for me, honey. I only care about calling out Young Miami but Diddy for not calling out Diddy, but yet he won't call out Lil Boom. I mean, yeah, it's his homeboy. He ain't going, and that's why Young Miami ain't gonna call out Diddy. So they know each other or they're tied to each other. But I think there's people you gotta understand too. You gotta realize most people ain't gonna call out people they know. Like, let's be honest. Like it is what it is. Like y'all ain't gonna like if y'all were famous and let's say I do commentary and someone real close to y'all something happens, most likely 9 times out of 10 y'all ain't gonna talk about it.
Not in public, at least.
That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna make a video about like you're not gonna make a video about it. Like you'll make a video about somebody else. Like if it comes out and it's just so blatant, like it's like so like oh yeah this person like I don't know like you know what I'm saying. You gotta eventually say something about it. But most people ain't gonna talk about their friends. It's like why you think Charlemagne's never really went crazy on DJ Envy for whatever. But if that was somebody else, them niggas would talk about it every fucking waking moment. That's just how the media shit go.
I mean, that's just personal. That's just personal shit. I feel the same way. Like, even if like you did some egregious shit, bro. Like, if you had to go to jail about it, like, I don't think I'm gonna sit up here and talk about it on the internet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cause it's part like niggas ain't gonna do that. Like
It's
with
personal, bro.
Young
That's
Miami and Diddy, one, um, I don't really know what people expect her to say. Like, what I don't know what they want her to say. Like, yeah, he be doing freak offs, so I don't know what they want her to say. Um, the only thing with her was when I was watching it, because I wasn't even thinking about the little boom shit. Because her and academics got into it on Twitter like yesterday. Was she was bringing up all these allegations about him, about rape and whatever. But it's like it's kind of hard for you to do that when your nigga got all these things that you know what I'm saying. Like it's too much, too close to all this sexual assault shit for you trying to bring up my shit. Because bitch, you just bring up Diddy shit. Even though it really ain't gonna do with you, but regardless, it is what it is. So Flying Listen, he was on Flacco's stream tonight, sounding mad fishy. In effect, Flacco removed the live right after.
damn.
That's some. See that's some real niche no jumper academics universe shit right there. That's a real like we're talking about like I look at him as a fan. He might be like more of a regular on academics Discord, but like now we get into like who's super fans are we gonna talk about? You know what I'm saying?
That shit
Like I
real.
get he's a rapper, but like I said this too on my video earlier. We gotta stop calling niggas rappers because they might make like one or two songs and like I feel like that title needs to be reserved. Like we need to like save that title for like niggas who actually, you know what I'm
Nigga
saying?
got
Because
two hits, three hits.
anybody now could just like record a song, put it out, maybe get like a little viral, stupid moment. But like we gotta start calling everybody a fucking rapper.
Yeah, I
He's a
agree.
nigga trying to make music.
Yeah.
I said on my thing, like I don't if a nigga, oh you're a YouTuber. I don't call me a YouTuber till I got like 10,000. Like I don't know. I'm just a nigga trying to make it right now.
Yeah, I agree with
I'm
that.
a nigga trying to make it.
I don't mind that. Like, I be on YouTube. I fuck with it, but
Yeah,
right now, yeah,
I'm a nigga trying
I
to
feel
make it.
that.
But anyways, speaking of who's a rapper, who's not a rapper, who's hip hop, who's not hip hop, how did you feel about Most Def in his conversation about Drake and Drake not being hip hop? To me, just all bad. It's just like a little sassy, it's a little, the whole thing, the snickering, it's just a little sassy, in my opinion.
It just show how people really be feeling. I seen people have certain quotes and shit like that when they say not I forget what it was, but basically like niggas start acting like when the guys start acting like bras or some shit like that, like
Yeah,
something similar to that line. But it just show how niggas be feeling, bro. A lot of dudes be envious and jealous of the situation because I seen them also comparing music styles where what Most Def making at 35, he doing some little harmonizing shit versus what Drake is making at 35. Like so it's not that a nigga wouldn't even make his style of music. He just jealous, bro. Niggas ain't fucking with his shit. Like he jealous. He ain't that dude, bro. And it's apparent. Like it be nasty because it be like dudes you got kind of respect for and shit like that. But at the end of the day,
mm-hmm.
bro, everybody human and everybody got a certain size that you don't like about them, and that shit just came to light with somebody like a Most Def because that shit was shit nasty, bro. Like what you mean a nigga not a rapper? Well, I mean you ain't call him not a rapper, but calling him a pop star,
He's not.
bro.
He's not hip hop. That's what he said.
Yeah, yeah. And when you other culture, bro, you know what that mean. Like that's you really dissing them. Like obviously Drake can call himself a pop star. He could do pop records and shit like that, or whatever you want to call it. But when another rapper call you a pop star, it's a diss. Like you know what it mean. Like, and that's what he was really doing. Like it was a subtle diss where, like I said, if you in this game, you kind of know what that means. So yeah, he definitely showed his true colors. But it's egregious, bro. Like I don't know if you never listened to Drake, but yeah, I don't
That I be
know.
thinking too. I be thinking like I think niggas just be hearing like the singy songy records and shit like that. And that's what they like go off there. Like they go off the popish, they go off the hotline bling, they go off like all that type of shit like that. And they kind of run with it. Like, oh, what's his most popular shit? Okay, yeah,
But the nigga that's
this
been
what he
out,
is.
the nigga that's been around for let's say what 10 years now, bro. The nigga
For
had
10,
so many
for
rap
10 years
hits
now.
too, though. Like
Yeah,
it's
he's
not just
14
he
years
got.
now.
It's not just that he got them type of songs. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's no way you haven't heard some of Drake rapping shit, bro. Like, what we talking
Yeah.
about? That's just
Flannel
that's
said,
just
have y'all
dick
heard
riding.
one Most Def album? I ain't gonna lie, no. I'm not like that's not a nigga who like that's not a nigga that get brought up in conversation. Like I'm not saying he's not a great rapper. I'm not I know you want to get into this whole like I listen to all these people. I know they're like cool. You listen to every hip hop nigga, you got it. But let's be honest, he's not a nigga that get brought up in conversation like that. Maybe like of that type of style of rap, but I don't know, he's just not a nigga
He
that.
he
Like when I was
like
doing those first React videos, like back like 7 years ago, like when I was doing them and people were recommending people, nobody ever recommended Most Def.
most there.
It was
He like
always
a
like
common ass
do Big
nigga.
Pun, do Big L, do obviously do this Biggie, do this Nas album, do this album, like do this Snoop Dogg album, do this Wu Tang, do um just individually the niggas from Wu Tang, do GZA, do like nobody ever told me listen to this Most Def album. They said listen to Tribe Called Quest, listen to this. They nobody ever said listen to Most Def ever.
Like he a respected dude. Like he respected. He get that. Like he had his moment, or he got a couple hits. He had a couple freestyles if he used to be on YouTube back in the day and kind of
Does he
was
have
on that
hits
type of way.
though? Does he have hits?
I mean, when you talk about like, it's
I
not
just,
it's not
I just,
it's
this
not
ain't no
no top
diss.
200 list
This
and
ain't my
hit
shit.
type
That's what I'm saying.
shit.
I don't
But
hear
it's
nobody
a
talk about him.
he got at least one or two hits, and when I talk about like him being from a certain era, like he earned his respect for however you want to call it or however he might have got it, but he did get that. But at the end of the day, he's not even like a top like 75. Like we was do the NBA top 75 niggas. He not making that list, bro. Like I think I could legitimately name 75 rappers that I'll take discography over him, bro. Like, and I'm being dead ass. Like,
He definitely a top 75 like rapper turned actor. You know what I'm saying? But
is he even that? I mean,
he's
yeah, because
top 75. He got to be
it
top
ain't even
75.
75.
He
It
got to
ain't
be
even
top
75.
75. Come on now.
It ain't
Let's
even
not get too
75
crazy.
above him. That's why. That's the reason.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, like I said, I know people be like, well, him not having hits doesn't mean he's not a great rapper. I'm not saying he's not a great. He might be a great rapper. Like just the technical skill of rapping, he might be. But it's like, um, I don't know. It's like also me if I was like, is Drake been posting like little like subliminal shit? He posted like a Method Man talking about what hip hop is. Like hip hop isn't just like a certain rap style. It's the culture. It's the clothes. It's this. Is that right? And then he posted like a Nick Saban thing, which I don't know if it was directly tied to this Most Def thing, but it's kind of most Nick Saban saying like, y'all want to just kill these kids like when they make a mistake. What do y'all want them to do? Y'all want me to just throw them off to the streets? You kind of got to watch it. But it's like Nick Saban breaking down how the media wants people to just be attacked and tore down and whatever. And I was like, if I'm Drake, like I ain't gonna lie, if I'm Drake and like most Def say something to me, it's like this. I even equate to like podcast shit, right? So if I'm like, if I'm me, say I'm me, like say I get massive and I get put these conversations of who's the top 5 media personalities. Oh, D-Fran got to be in there. He got to be in the conversation. And let's say I'm thinking of an old nigga, a nigga like Elliot Wilson say, oh, he's not a real hip hop. I won't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about the nigga who used to be the editor for the that's how I'm looking at shit. Like I wouldn't even respond to a nigga like Mos Def if I'm Drake. I'm just being honest with you. But I think Drake wants that validation, or he wants to be kind of like, you know, when the old niggas speak about him, he gets real like in his feelings about it. I feel like he's a fan of that music, so he wants those people to kind of like embrace him or whatever. So it's just like
I ain't
you're
gonna
never
lie.
gonna get that. I just feel you're never gonna get that.
If I got time today, I'm coming at niggas like that, bro. Like know your place in this rap game and where you stand, bro, because you nowhere near me, bro. Like sometimes you gotta swat the fly away. Sometimes you gotta kill a mosquito, bro. And that's one of the ones where you know what, I'm gonna have fun today. I might burn the empire. Fuck it. Like also, it may be childish, but I'm just being funny. Like when it comes to certain shit like that, bro. Like watch your mouth, bro. And watch your mouth. Like, and I might take an easy dub because why you even bringing me up? Why you even bringing me up, bro?
Well, the lady brought him up to be fair.
Well, like, when you bring me up, speak like royalty, nigga.
Yeah, don't speak like sassy. Like, don't be like sass mouth me. Don't be funny. Don't try to be funny with it.
Now, if I dissed you before, it's a different story, and I can get that. Like, but I don't.
Yeah,
think
but we never had no because the way he was saying it felt like they had like an issue before. Like it could be a criticism or critique, but maybe just critiquing him. But I feel like there was a little bit more to it than we know. That's what it feel like. The way he was doing
envious.
it.
That's what it be.
The way he was snickering and all that type of shit like that.
You gotta think, bro. Like, I feel like I could have been JJ Watt, my boy. Like, he probably feel like he should have been Drake his whole career, bro. Like, as far as a rapper, he just probably felt like, you know, certain situations just didn't break for me, and it's maybe he feel like, you know, certain kind of like a victim may feel.
Yeah.
And,
I just think
he
it always
hating on niggas.
The pop shit always gets put on Drake. I would just be curious, like, okay, so like What do y'all like? What do y'all consider like Kanye? Like when niggas bring up Kanye's name, is everybody like? Because most deaf is cool with Kanye. Like, do y'all consider Kanye hip hop? Like,
It's
I,
colorism, bro.
I'd be curious. Is Kanye hip hop to the people that say Drake's not? Like, he got like poppy type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be curious what they would say about
It's
if they were asked that.
colorism.
What about Kanye? Is Kanye hip hop? Oh yeah, of course Kanye's hip hop.
If Drake was a dark skinned dude, bro, he'd be the best rapper of all time, bro. That's all it is, bro. It's really be colorism. Like they always say,
Yeah,
light skinned
it do
people,
skinny dark dudes that got like patchy beards, like niggas like Kendrick. They love Champion and them type dudes. They got like
bro.
they got an aesthetic to them.
Bro, it's a thing, bro. It's what I realize. Like they say, light skinned people get a lot of privileges, and I'm sure you do when it comes to white society. But when it comes to being accepted by black people, or even conversations where light skinned dudes just get shit on, like it's like that. Obviously, Drake don't be seeming like he comfortable in his skin all the time. Cause be trying to act like a gangster and all this other shit. But even just for the music approach, like people shit on him just because he a light skinned dude, bro. Outside of the music, cause this nigga sent Brent Fire ass, Bryson Tiller. It's all type of dark skinned niggas making all type of music, and they ain't talking about the nigga soft. They trying to ride the nigga face and all type of shit. But the nigga being light skinned, they call a nigga soft. He made music for women. Like, let's be honest, we ain't even get to the 21 Savage shit. Like, had this nigga album is talking to women, like, but he ain't
Yeah.
soft. Like, niggas ain't gonna talk about him like that. It's because he ain't light skinned, bro. It's a thing, bro. Especially when it come to that.
And I'm just reading Flying Lows things that Kanye don't write his rhymes. Who would say he's hip hop? But like, there's more to hip hop than niggas that rap though. Like, right? Like, you wouldn't say like DJ Premier, like he's a producer, like he's hip hop. Everything Kanye does got like hip. I just don't get why you wouldn't consider him that. You may say he's not like a lyricist, whatever the fuck, but because I would think hip hop is like a cultural thing. It's not just like a rapper thing. Like it's like like all the niggas that are producers. Like, are they? Would I consider them hip hop? Like, is Alchemist hip hop? Like, would you not say he's hip hop? Like, I don't know. I'm just like I'm trying to. Like, you might say Kanye's not like an MC. Like, I can say you say that. Like, is he an MC? Oh, he don't write his shit. He can't be MC. Okay, but is he not hip hop because he does a whole bunch of other shit that got to do with hip hop?
Yeah, it's more about the style of music, not so much his writing.
Yeah, because like I said, if you say it's Kanye MC, he don't write his raps. Okay, cool. Like, he not the MC. I got you. But like in the totality of Kanye West as an artist, is he hip hop or not? It's like, why would he not be? And even just going off Method Man's description, what he says hip hop is like this: the fashion, the style, all this. Like, why would Kanye West not be? Why would he not be that?
I mean, Kanye and Drake are two peas in a pod, and like you said, I feel like my light skin, dark skin debate come into that situation where, bro, he dark skinned, bro. Niggas don't look at him like that, but he talk about plenty of women shit. He talk about plenty of heartbreak shit. But people look at it differently, bro.
And my thing too is like, okay, when we say hip hop, is hip hop only like boom bap, rapidy rap, like that shit? Like, is that the only people that are considered hip hop? It gotta be like boom bap, old rap type shit. And not even old, but like I'm sure y'all consider J. Cole and Kendrick hip hop, right? You only got to be like that type of rapping style. That's the only thing that's considered hip hop. Like, is hip hop not allowed to morph into something modern and new? Is what I would say.
And it ain't even for Drake. It ain't even drift off that much, bro. Not for me. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe like the woman like rapping the women type shit. I don't know how long that's been around because I just ain't never just been in that. Like I feel like that was probably more in the R&B lane. But with Drake rapping, bro, it's not that different. It ain't that. It ain't like Lil Uzi with the rock shit to me. Like
Yeah, no.
it just. I really feel like it's always just been hate. It's just been hate because it was a nigga that they ain't want. Like even if it ain't the light skin shit, it's a nigga that they thought was soft because he was from Degrassi. He was an actor. Like or he from Canada. It's something it's something about the nigga that they don't like.
Yeah. Like Kendrick, like I think I'll say this too. I think if J. Cole, even it's geographical. If J. Cole was from New York City, people consider him the best rap. Like, there wouldn't be a conversation. I think because Kendrick
Mm-hmm.
Lamar is from Compton, he gets that like extra credibility. If J. Cole wasn't from North Carolina and he was from if J. Cole came out and said, I'm from the Bronx, New York, or Brooklyn, wherever, hands down, he'd be like, he's definitely top five. He definitely top 10. Gotta be. But I think like Kendrick get that because he's from Compton. He got the LA, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got that geographical thing. So it's like more respected. I think that I said like just flowing through this conversation we're having about like, oh, you're light skinned or you're soft, you're from Canada, it's this, it's that. It's like if J. Cole was not from North Carolina and he was from New York or like LA, somewhere prominent like that, I don't think it would be too much of. I mean, not to say it wouldn't be no conversation between him and Kendrick, but he would be putting the conversation a lot more than just when I hear a lot of people say Drake or Kendrick. I'll say that because Drake is kind of undeniable. You can't deny Drake. Like, you just can't do it. But
Yeah, he
I don't
got
think.
boosted, and the thing with Drake, not necessarily from a region. Like obviously, I'm not talking about having haters, but he got boosted from having that Houston shit, and then also Lil Wayne. So that push was
Yeah,
a lot different, especially with Lil Wayne being his prime when he pushed him. Like Jay Z pushed him, but I don't know, it was just different for Wayne, especially being a feature artist. Like it was just a better conducive environment for like you to bring up a dude under a Lil Wayne versus a Jay Z, especially when you talk about the time that Lil Wayne was in.
yeah.
Like
I
you,
think even like a nigga like 6ix9ine, like obviously he had all his shit going on, but him being able to say like the New York shit did like I feel like that helped him. Like it helped like give him a certain type of like if 6ix9ine was from like fucking Detroit, I don't think it would have hit the same. If he was from fucking like North Carolina, it wouldn't hit the same. But the fact that he was from New York and he was doing it in New York, I'm the king of New York, New York, New York. I feel like it kind of helped with the imagery of him as well. So I think geographically shit do be playing a role in helping certain people on their
man,
journey
it's a lot of shit.
into
It's hip hop ain't about just music, apparently, from what we say. It's a lot of other things that, especially when it comes to being one of the top dudes and lights,
yeah.
like it take a little bit of other things. Like a big part of why probably Biggie and Tupac were so big is because it's the East Coast versus West Coast. Now, let's say
Yeah, and Tupac,
Biggie was from
Tupac from what?
Houston.
Tupac from Baltimore, ain't he? Like he not even from
Yeah,
he East Coast shit.
yeah. So they was able to take advantage of it for whatever reason. But imagine Biggie from fucking Austin and
Yeah, it would hit the
Tupac
same.
from Chicago, why they wouldn't have, yeah, they wouldn't have hit. So it's
Like
a lot of
obviously
shit be
there's
playing
and
into it.
obviously too there's anomalies because Kanye from you just can't. Some people are just undeniable. Like Drake, Canada is undeniable, but I think a lot of people it lends you that credibility when you're from even like legendary niggas who's dead. I don't feel like let me I don't like I said I'm not an old nigga so I'm just asking the question like what's so different about like Wu Tang and like the Ghetto Boys, right? The Ghetto Boys are from Houston. I feel like the Ghetto Boys were from New York. They probably talked about a lot more in that conversation than they are, but they're not from the right place. They're talked about obviously Scarface and Bushwick Bill. I don't even know the other nigga's name,
Yeah,
but
especially during the era, bro. It's just a part of the game. Like it's just like you was born in the era with Jordan, like, or you was in the era you was playing in the league when Jordan was in the league, bro. You could have been great as hell on great teams, but you ain't getting no chips, bro. Like, and it's just because you was unfortunate to be born in that era. And I feel like it's similar shit where, like Kanye, like say he like it, him being born in Chicago versus being born in New York, like it might have been even easier for him because it was kind of hard for him being from Chicago. Let's say at first, because people really weren't
yeah,
fucking with him.
they won't
He
fuck
was a
with him.
great artist, or he was a great talent in general, and they wouldn't even try to hear him as an artist and make music. So versus just his beats and shit. So now it just how life play out sometimes, bro. Like a lot of things, if you was in a different situation or you would have stayed on a label or left a label a little earlier, like you could have popped more, like or however it be. But it's not just about music when you think about hip hop or shit music in general.
Yeah, I'm looking at Flying Low says I'm going off my knowledge of hip hop music compared to nowadays, which you consider rap music. I feel like that we're just trying to make up like we're just trying to make up words to just differentiate shit. That's all niggas trying to do. Like that's how I look
I
at it.
said I said the same thing about Eminem shit. Like him being like the perfect timing. Like obviously he a talent, bro, but him being a white dude and him being able to compete, bro, like it was perfect timing for like white people to want to embrace that because white people's already listening to hip hop and shit. Now they got somebody that look like them. Like it was just perfect timing for this dude to
If it's also your time,
skyrocket.
if Eminem came out right now, I don't think he would be as big as he is.
Yeah, it's just
Is
everything
that
happened.
time of like back in the day? I feel like it was like you're more of the niggas back in the day are like more celebrities than people are now to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like back in the day when it was like real, like being a celebrity was like a real thing, and everybody just couldn't get on Instagram and become famous tomorrow, have 100,000 subscribers, 100 million views, whatever. Like Eminem was in that white when rock was kind of still whatever, and he was using elements of rock. And obviously the pop star shit was going on. You had the Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera's, whatever the fuck going on that time. And he was able to capitalize on it. Because I just don't think if he was white rapping now, like the way he raps and the way he was doing shit back then, I don't think in 2024 that shit would translate the same exact way. So he came up, I feel like, in the perfect era, and it just hit perfectly for him. Because yeah, he's talented, but like you said, it also is about the time and place you are placed in with your talent. And could you imagine niggas sound like Eminem coming out right now? Like niggas be like, turn this shit, white boy shit off. I don't hear that fucking shit. It
That's
wouldn't go
insane when you
nowhere.
think about it.
It wouldn't go nowhere. I don't think I don't think the white people will fuck with it. Who fucks with Eminem right now. But you know, salute to him. He's a legend. But yeah, that's it on that. What else we got? We got 21 Savage album. That's the last. I think that's the last like major
Yeah.
thing we can do. We can get up out of it. We've been in for an hour. Oh, damn, it's only been an hour 15 minutes. I thought we've been talking for a long ass time.
No, for
But
real.
21 Savage, right? What do you think about the album? It's anticipated. It is the first major release of the year. What do you think?
Well done. From a guy I feel like would needed to have to put something out good. Well, my overly impressed, no. Um, am I in love with the project? No. But do I think it was a good project? Yeah. Do I think it had good features? Yeah. Do I think it had good music? Yeah. Do I think it was consistent? Yeah. I mean, like I really, it was maybe a few songs I say in the beginning that I really wasn't a fan of, but I said I'm not the biggest 21 fan either, so that could be a part of it. But when you start getting to some of the mid part of the album, I start liking it. It's not a long album, so once you probably get past the third song, like, um, yeah, I start liking it. Let me look at the track list real quick. But I had a couple favorites, so I said it was like the gangster shit, like that shit cool. I kind of like the more personable shit. Like I like the Red Skies. I like
Letter to my brother was
Letter to
real
My
good.
Brother was good. There was another one I think right after Red Skies that was good. Dark Days was good. Um, like
What else
and
is?
I think to prove it with Someone Walking, I think I like that one was cool. Um, the Pop shit with Young Thug, I ain't really like that too much. The Travis Scott shit was alright. What else? I like Lil Durk, the one with him and Lil Durk. So like I said, and even the ones I saying it was cool, like I ain't think that was a bad song. So like I said, for a guy like in this time period, like I think it was good for him. Like, and I think 21 fans would enjoy that project for
Look
sure.
at Trail crying. You didn't even say nothing harsh. He said never seen so much pointless 21 hate or crit. Nigga didn't even say nothing.
That's
That's what I say about a
crazy.
nigga that just want to say that. That's a nigga that just want to talk. They just want to say that nigga didn't even say nothing bad. He said, "Hey, it's cool. It's a good project." Um,
And I said I'm not the biggest 21 fan, so
he
when
said
I'm
dummies
listening
want
to it,
personal shit from 21. Like he a street Halloween killer soundtrack artist, not God Drake or Tank. He was he talking about. He said the street shit was cool. It's not like nothing crazy. I
yeah,
say
it
this.
just don't. It's not. It don't touch me like that because I'm not. It's not. It's not really something I'm really into. And it like when the King Von shit, like it be some gangster shit, a little dark and certain vibes. Like I like it because it's a vibe, but even then, like the content don't get me. So that's a big thing for sure.
Yeah, I say this. Like I said, it's 21 fan. I say it's a good project, but I will say I think it's like a missed opportunity because I don't think there's anything that's on here that's truly really like memorable. I don't think there's like when I first listened to Savage Mode 2, I was like, damn, this shit's like really like this is really good. When I listen to I'm Greater Than I Was, I'm like, damn, this shit's really good. This one just feel like it feel like this one it feel like he was like, I can't miss. So let me just put out something that's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like I'm not gonna try to do nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna try to whatever, like really shoot for the fences. I'm just gonna put out a 21 Savage, like whatever type project. That's how I look at it. Like, and also I was like, okay, this is a position where, and this is me put expectations on what I think it should be. Um, I don't think it elevated him nowhere in the game. Like it didn't put him above nobody.
I
Like I feel
agree
like
with
he was in a
that.
position where he could have put himself above people. I don't feel like this album made him go ahead of nobody. You know, I just feel like it's like okay, he's just in the place that he was at. It's like it's not a
Yeah,
bad project. You can't say it's horrible, but it didn't like, damn, this is the 21 project that put him past Baby and Dirk and all. It's just like it's a cool 21 project.
yeah, I agree. That's why I said I think the fans would enjoy it because it's clear. It's definitely not bad by any means. It's just I you said I think he could have grabbed the game a little stronger with
Yeah.
that if he would have put out some hits. Like when I said with the Drake shit when he had honestly not honestly never mind. It was honestly never mind. He had dropped that right after Kendrick shit. I'm like, nah, bro, step on this nigga neck, bro. Like you got the opportunity to kill this nigga, bro.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of this debate shit. So when I see something like that, it's when you say something like that, that's what that remind me of.
I just think like I feel like he left room for now. Other niggas gonna drop and it's gonna be like I don't think. I say this. I'm not mad at him dropping at the beginning of the year. I just don't think by the end of the year, a lot of people are gonna be talking about this project. Like they're like, oh, 21 dropped a good project, but it's not gonna be something like niggas is clamoring about. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a hot topic conversation. Like, damn, that album was really, really good. It's like, oh, that's a cool 21 project.
Yeah. He definitely. I don't. Yeah, he definitely left room for another album to easily be album of the year. He didn't put a lot of pressure on other artists when you talk about who gonna take the year. And I mean,
Yeah.
once again, that don't mean his legacy is gonna be tarnished or anything like that. It just
Yeah,
means
whatever
when it comes
spot
to
he was
being
in,
competitive.
whatever spot he was in for me before this album, he's still in the same spot wherever he was at. He didn't go above nobody. He didn't go below nobody. He's just in the
Yeah,
same spot.
and I'm impressed honestly because I say I'm not a big 21 fan, so for me to get something that's consistent where I like some good sounds, like it just wasn't a lot of trap shit. He also had some sounds where, like you said, the Summer Walker or the Doja Cat, shit like that. So I like that shit. I like that creativity. It showed me he got some longevity. It showed me he got some music creativity. So versus just like some dull ass album that I feel like was a flop. Like so,
I think he know he can make an album that people like are gonna be cool with, and I think he just mailed it in. Like he's like, I'm not gonna, you know. I think he mailed it in. That's just me. That's all. It's like it's nothing spectacular. Like I said, it's not trash, it's not horrible. I ain't saying it's the worst shit, but it's like even like when I see niggas, I gotta stop letting niggas hyping shit up. Kind of made me like deteriorate. Like even like when I see Wardy like hyping up that Red Rum record, like it's cool, but it's not like it's not the
yeah,
craziest
that was
21
one
Savage
of the
track. It's like it's just it's cool. Like, it's not nothing
that
crazy.
was one of my least favorite for sure.
It's like I said, he's in a place right now where he didn't put himself above nobody. He's just right where he's at. And I can say me personally, I like the Lil Durk shit last year better. I mean, like I've listened to Lil Durk shit a lot more, so I'm more like in tune with that album. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
Trail's one of them fans that he getting his little pussyfoot. Y'all are bums full of shit. That it's like, bro, it's a cool out. Like this isn't a if you're a 21 Savage fan and you're gonna say like this like some of this magnum opus 21 Savage project that's like his best fucking shit.
no, I get it.
It's an average 21 project. It's like it's not nothing crazy.
Not for a 21 fan though. You can't say that to a 21 fan though.
This shit is, if you're a 21 Savage fan and you try to put this shit over Savage Mode 2 or I Am Greater Than I Was, then you're fucking full of shit.
Well, yeah, that's a different conversation. But to say that they're not happy or this not a great project for them.
That's what I said. He put out a project he knew would just like y'all niggas would be okay with this. That's what I'm saying. But it didn't do nothing. It's not earth shattering.
That kind of sound like you shit on it. It's kind of sound like you shitting on it.
But I'm not. It's not earth shattering. It's not. To say something not earth shattering. Like, oh my God, this isn't. Like I said, I think whenever other niggas drop, it's going to be like, oh, 21 dropped a project. It's like, okay, that was cool.
I'm more talking about when you say he kind of, it sounds like you saying he mailed it in. And I don't think he mailed it in.
That's why I said he mailed it in. And a nigga mailing it in don't mean it's trash.
I don't think he mailed it in. I don't think so.
I think he mailed it in.
I think it was some pretty good music on here, and I thought some pretty good creativity. And I never, so that's the thing. I never had the high expectations for him either. I never thought this nigga was the best bar rapper. And I never thought when I was going to cut this on, I'm about to get a bunch of bars and shit like that. Like, I think this dude's a gangster rapper. I remember what his last album that came out, where he said bitch like probably 300 times in that album. Like, yeah. I didn't love that album. And I feel like even this, I don't know if you name one of them albums as being better than this one. I might argue that
I think Savage Mode 2 is definitely better than this.
I didn't like that album. But the one before that, I can't argue that because the hits that was on that type of shit go like crazy. Now, maybe I'm missing some hits that was on that album, but the Savage Mode 2, I wasn't a big fan of. So, and like I said, I don't think it was a mail-in by any means. Like, it was a good project.
It's good. I didn't say it was bad. Does melanin mean bad to me? Like, does that mean
Melanin
bad?
mean you sold, bro. Melanin mean you sold, bro.
Melanin to me is like I know
melanin is like what the
melanin to
Cowboys
me.
did.
Melanin is like I know I could just do this, like bare. I say bare minimum. Let me say
Nah.
okay, bare minimum. Like
Yeah.
21 Savage at this level, right? He's gonna put this level of music out. I'm gonna do bare minimum. That's what I think he did.
I still don't even think that was bare minimum. I think that was. I don't think it was his greatest work or his best work, and I think he could have did better. But I think it was far from bare minimum. I think it was far from bare minimum. Like a bare minimum to me, if this was a bare minimum project, that means he's a super talented artist. And
I think he has the capability to be more talented than what he put out. Like I said, it's not trash, but I just think like 2 albums I've heard are better.
So
Like it's only been out a week, so it's like
I'm a disagree because I said it's a good project, and for me, I don't expect dudes to come with hits anymore. Like I don't expect dudes to have 5-6 hits on the album. So yeah, when it comes to actual enjoyability and listening to it, no, it's not a bad project, bro.
I never said it was bad. Well, I keep saying melanin to y'all means bad. That don't mean bad to me.
Melanin is what the Eagles did.
No, that's not. That melanin. That's like
in,
sports. That's like some other shit. Melanin means like if Drake just put out some shit, like he just mailed that in. It's not bad. We still rock a couple songs on it, but it's not nothing that's gonna be like. We're not gonna compare it to anything. We're not gonna be like, oh, is this greater than this? Is that better? I just don't think it's gonna be a conversation. And we'll see. We'll just look. Let's just look at the numbers. Let's just look at what comes from it. Let's see what records start charting. Let's just see.
I mean, I don't
think this album is like gonna change his place in the game. I don't think it like I said, Trail says it elevated. I don't think it elevated him over nobody.
Sure.
I don't think it made him better than nobody. I don't think it put him in a different stratosphere. I don't think so. He's where he's at is where he's at. It is what it is. Like I never said it was trash. I don't think it's bad album. I'll give it like a 7. Like it's not bad. But it's just like, okay, 21 dropped the project, cool.
A 7, yeah, I'm around a 7, but like I said, a 7 for 21 Savage to me is hella impressive. So I mean, like I said, it could be just my expectations.
But even like flying low, like damn, I thought I was a fan. Like I said it was good. I said it's not nothing like spectacular. Like it's a cool project. That's it. Like y'all, like let me ask y'all, like, let's go to hit record. Let's go to like shit that's gonna last for a long time. Like comparison to Gunna, right? Gunna got "Fuck You Mean," he got "To the Moon," he got whatever. What do y'all think the records off this album are gonna last for the year? What song are niggas gonna be talking about in March from this album? Just tell me.
Me personally, like I said, it's not
nothing.
To me.
Nothing. Trail's just dick. Like Trail fans that be on YouTube just dick sucking. They can't hear a nigga say anything about their favorite. You say anything about my favorite artist because their identity, like my identity, isn't 21 Savage. These niggas' identity be these favorite artists. So it's like, if me just saying I don't think 21 Savage shit is like earth shattering. I don't think that's crazy to say because it's not, and I don't think nobody thinks it is. But you know, it is what it is, buddy. That's all. 21 has some of the best bars of his life on this damn project. You can hear the growth. That was like, okay, hey.
But I mean, maybe you're right, but it's still not that impressive.
I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's better than I Am Greater Than I Was. I don't think it's better than Savage Mode 2. It's just, it is what it is, bro. It's a good project. It's not bad. It's not horrible. I ain't saying I would never listen to it again in my life. It's just not. I feel like it was a missed opportunity for him. That's it. That's all. I feel like certain niggas have like certain albums that are their opportunity to further their stock in the game. And I feel like with the whole Drake shit last year, he's in like a prime position to elevate himself even more. And I don't feel like this album is going to elevate him to any like atmosphere, right? It's like when Lil Baby was hot, he was the hottest shit out, right? And he dropped My Turn. My Turn elevated Lil Baby to another level. Whenever Lil Durk was hot after the Drake shit, and he dropped the shit he dropped 2022 at the Future. That 722 whatever the fuck that elevated him to another level. I like 21 Savage. He's still at the same level he was at before he dropped this album. He's a great artist. People love him. I like him, and it is what it is, bro. Nothing crazy. He's still one of the top young niggas out. Like it ain't like niggas act like I demoted him to like young boy status or some shit.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I just don't think it's like nothing too crazy. Like I said, it's only been a week, so who knows what could happen.
Nah, I'm on your side.
I'm known to change my mind every now and then. So who knows? I might be saying it's the greatest album by the end of the year, but at this moment, I don't think it's nothing crazy. And I don't
Nah,
think
it
most
wasn't.
people,
It
I
wasn't.
don't even hear a lot of niggas even like when I'm on social media. I don't even hear a lot of niggas talking about the album. I see like niggas try to post stats like, oh, Red Rum has 4 million streams. Like, but I don't hear people like saying like this is their favorite song. This is their favorite. Like, it's not. It don't feel like a moment. I feel like it's like a blip. But we'll see. We'll see. Only time can truly tell. Time will tell who's right in the end. Right.
I mean, it don't,
Time will tell.
bro. It's not hard to guess with this conversation, bro. You don't have the cliche of a Drake or J. Cole or Kendrick. So even outside of that, you gotta drop some pretty classic music, bro, for it to stand the test of time and people really want to talk about it for a minute. Unless you
I'm talking
got one
about.
of
I'm
them
just. I'm
names.
just talking about talking about this bitch till the summertime. I'm not talking about
No,
forever.
yeah,
Into
nah, and
eternity.
I don't think he did that. I don't think he dropped nothing that good, and he also don't have a name to help maybe keep it going if it wasn't so good. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. Trail saying you just chatting because Twitter's on fire. When he dropped. I say nobody's talking about it now. Is what I'm saying. It's been out a week and niggas already ain't talking about it. That's my point. If it was some amazing shit, niggas would still be talking about it. If a nigga drop an album the day of, duh, and everybody's talking about it. Like duh, but not now. And what's he doing? First week 135. That's not bad. He's doing over 100, but you know.
It's okay to like your rapper, bro, and everybody else don't think it's the
No,
greatest shit.
he riding the fuck out to him. Like, calm
You
down,
could
nigga.
think you could
God,
think that
damn.
shit great as hell, bro. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. It's been plenty of times where I feel like that with a Drake project or somebody else project, and other niggas like, nah, you
Trail,
guys.
no, it's because Trail is a parasocial like nigga. Like, we know Trail don't got no friend, like nobody he really
He
kick with
need
in real
niggas to
life.
agree with him.
So like, not even agree. He don't have friends in real life to kick it with. So like 21 Savage is his identity. So when nigga says anything about 21, he feels like that's why I realize a lot of niggas on YouTube, like in Trail, no, I fuck with him, but I do think this. A lot of niggas on YouTube, when they feel like they thing that they like gets attacked, they feel like you're personally attacking them.
Hmm.
So when you critique something that they like, they feel like they're personally being attacked.
I
Cause
forget
like,
the name for that.
cause like I like this and you're critiquing this, so you're also attacking me. I ain't said nothing. Trails of weirdos. Niggas like, nigga, I'm not even talking about you. They ain't got nothing to do with you. But it's like his identity, so he's like feels away, or it's his
Hmm.
opinion, so he feel like I'm attacking his thought process and shit like that. But it's a cool project, bro. It wasn't nothing crazy. Like it was a good 21 project.
21, 21, 21.
Like you know, like let me say this: the most talked about thing I've seen on social media was some like a poop bar he did. Like that's what y'all niggas talking about. That's what niggas on social media talking about. The poop bar. And you want me to think this is like some fucking amazing like fucking 21 Savage project? It's
My
a good
favorite
project.
ball, my nigga say, knock a nigga out like clashes.
Yeah, that's like okay. Ali, salute. How many niggas have said that? You know that? Like everybody said that, don't they? But anyways, so 21
It
Savage. Um,
was okay.
it was cool. Like it wasn't like I said, if other niggas actually drop good shit, I just don't think by the end of 2023 or was it 2024, people will be like that 21 Savage project like set the bar high. That's what I say. He didn't set the bar high. He didn't make it to where it's like, man, when niggas drop at y'all better make sure y'all drop some shit after this. I feel like same thing with like a Uzi. Like Uzi project last year, I mean Uzi fans hated it or whatever, but like whenever the year was trash and Uzi was about to drop an album, people was like, man, Uzi about to set the bar. And he didn't. And then Gunna dropped. Like, oh, Gunna shit better than Uzi shit. I don't know who's dropped first. And then oh shit, Travis about to drop an amazing Travis project. He about to drop the greatest whatever ever. And it was like that was a cool like Travis project, but it ain't nothing crazy, you know? I just think it was crazy. That's all. If that's a diss, then niggas gotta get their feelings. You gotta get their feelings. Who
Niggas,
dropping good shit? You acting like this? I mean, he's the only person that dropped so far this year. So I can't tell you who's gonna drop good shit. Like I said, it came out a week ago. So what I'm saying is my week of opinion. That's like my week of listening to it opinion. I feel like 21 Savage, and that's what I said. I'm trying not to put expectation to it, but it's kind of hard not to when it's an artist you like. I feel like he had opportunity. He was getting hyped up so much. He had all these great verses. He was doing the shit with Drake. Some niggas are on the decline. Like Lil Baby's kind of on the decline, so you have your opportunity to leapfrog niggas like that. And then you just put out an album that's like, oh, okay, it's another Not even another 21 project. It's
all
a 21
different.
project less than the other two that he dropped that I like. That's how I say.
Yeah, all different saying is like he had a moment to become a superstar in
Like
this
some niggas got a
entertainment.
chance to grab the crown and they don't grab the crown. They just fine with they like they're fine with being what's you're not a king, you're not a prince, you're like a when they like give y'all niggas land, like I forget what they call those type people. Like you're just
Nobleman.
you're no he cool being a nobleman. He don't want to be he don't want to be at the top of the throne. He fine with being a nobleman. And then wrong being a nobleman. You still in the game, but he didn't want to grab the crown. I don't think he want to grab the crown. He didn't grab the crown. That's all. That's
I
all.
don't think he's talented enough to do it personally, but that's on me.
Yeah. I mean, within the class of people that he's he's within, I feel like he has
But
opportunity.
I think the crown don't give a fuck about classes.
When I
think
say
the
crown,
crown.
he's not taking the crown from like Drake and Kendrick. I mean, he's not in
No,
that kingdom. He's not in that. He's not in the Roman. That's like the Ottoman Empire. That's like he's not over there. He's not in that land. He's not over there. He's in his land.
Trust me, I know what you mean. But I'm even saying
Okay.
to like just how people gonna even look at them like, even just off of errors. Like it could have been Lil Baby still dropping good music and stuff like that. 21 still dropping good music, but that don't mean you just gonna get the crown because it's nothing else better. Like niggas is just leave that house vacant. Like like it's just nobody that's taking it over right now in the sense more than that. Just let you be that dude.
Yeah, like all the young niggas are kind of just like right now, like Gunna. I be like with the young guy, Gunna probably got the crown. Like he's the young guy right now, right? And I'm like 21 with like his placement of where he's being positioned at, had a chance to like jump over that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Gunna drop a better album than 21 Savage this year. Like if he decide to drop again, I wouldn't be surprised. So who's better, 21? I'll take 21 over Kodak. Like Kodak isn't consistent to me in like his music, but some people like Kodak more. I don't know. I wouldn't put Kodak over 21, but that's just me.
I don't know if we're gonna talk about hits. I'll probably take Kodak. 21, like besides the Drake shit, when the last 21 hit was?
Savage Mode 2, he had his.
No, I don't remember.
But he said, Drake's guiding your opinion. What do you say, guiding your opinion on 21? I like 21 before he even did anything with Drake. Like, I'm Greater Than I Was came out in 2018. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah. I don't know. I just if you can listen to this and listen to Savage Mode 2 and listen to I Am Greater Than I Was and be like, oh, this is better. I was like, okay. Like, this thing, to me, Drake has placeholder albums to me. It's like, or like, man, not placeholder, but like, mailing it in type albums to me as well. Like, it ain't like Drake, every album Drake drop is elevating him to another level. He just already at this level. So it's like, it is what it is. Like, I'm trying to think of artists who like I feel like this too. Like for J. Cole, for instance, I feel like J. Cole has an opportunity right now, in my opinion, in my view of the world, which I don't know what happened. It probably won't happen because Kendrick is the Messiah. He's the whatever. But I feel like with J. Cole, he has the opportunity to really cement himself as like over
the number 2 guy.
Yeah. For sure.
Now, I think he could take Drake's spot too, as far as
I'm saying that's a possibility. He could, especially like it's just an amazing
enough.
project, especially in a lot of people's mind because they want like Drake already gets a lot of hate, so I won't be surprised. So I feel like J. Cole has an opportunity to figuratively snatch the crown, and he could fumble it to where I'm not saying it's gonna be a trash album, but he could just be like, oh, that's a cool J. Cole project. It didn't elevate him like Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and a Good Step, but that didn't elevate him nowhere. Like, do y'all think that moved his position up in the legacy conversation? No. It's like, okay,
which one you said? What project?
The last one Kendrick dropped.
Oh yeah, no.
It didn't elevate him. Like, it didn't make okay, now he's definitely better than Drake and them with this one. It's just like
I think it kind of pulled him down,
project.
if anything.
Well, I didn't think it was bad, but
I just don't
like it.
No, I'm not even saying my personal opinion. I'm just thinking people was underwhelmed over, like, not to say it was a bad album, but to be gone for 5 years and you drop that. Like we say, what are the hits? When we talk about as time passed on, what was like really talked about from that album? People not talking about the album right now. Like, and I feel like if Kendrick would have dropped some shit that was super crazy, like people would be waiting on him to drop again, talking about it and all this other shit. Like he'd have been having a different feel about him. I just feel like it's just like went back to like, oh well, Kendrick may drop again, but nobody's really just waiting on it. Like we talking about J. Cole, Drake, 21 or something like that. I just feel like we still look at him like it's a nigga out the game. Like, and it's a
Yeah.
little bit due to that project, kind of, if you ask me.
Yeah.
If he would have dropped some cold shit, bro, nah, it would have been, oh, this nigga killing
But
it. He the top
even like Drake fumbled with dropping Honestly Nevermind after that. It's like, oh, you could have really
Yeah,
like stepped on the nigga Nick, but nah,
I agree.
I want to get with DJ Carnage and fucking put out some dance hall shit. Like niggas like that, but for me, in like just the crown snatching type shit, but maybe he felt like Kendrick ain't do shit, so maybe he felt like he didn't even have to do that. Maybe that's why he did that. You know, so.
But even then, nigga, don't play down to your competition.
Yeah, gonna drop one hit and y'all glazing. I mean, the whole album was good. We talk
Yeah,
about this all
nah,
the
that
time.
whole album was
The whole
good.
album was good. Like the
And
whole
it was
album.
more
Was
than
good.
one hit. It was more than one hit in my eyes.
Like obviously you're not gonna see all the other like good songs if one song is so massive. So like obviously, yeah, Fuck You Mean is the biggest record. But
Back
still
to
a
the
bunch of
Moon
good projects on it. Or good good songs on it.
songs.
The only song I didn't like was the one where he was like, I can make you a rich baby. I don't know, some shit about like making you a rich baby mom or some shit like that. I know that's Drake shit, but he was like similar in like
The
conversation.
Rodeo shit go hard.
Rodeo hard, bread and butter hard, peas angel. What the fuck is it? Whatever the song is where he's talking about making a girl or whatever. That's what I don't like.
Bottoms. I think that
Born
whole
rich.
shit.
That's what it's, I think it's Born Rich. That's why I'm like, I'm cool on that.
And I think I actually like that song. Is that the one with
He's like, oh, I can make you, but somebody like he's talking to the girl like have a baby with me and like the baby would be born like rich or whatever the fuck. Like it's like that type shit. Like, oh, that's cool. But everything else great. Cash shit great. Like you're just talking. Like I said, I get it. Your identity is hurt. So you're like, oh my god, my identity is being attacked right now. I have to defend 21 with all. Like, but if you sit there and be like, oh, this is a spectacular 21 project.
It's not.
Whatever, bro. You got it.
It's not like we judging you like on some flying low listening to Tech 9 shit.
Yeah, it's 21. It ain't fucking Tech 9. Like, come on. Ain't no nigga like that. Ain't no nigga nobody's listened to. You know. But Flying Low says Cole already there.
Slugs.
I don't think Cole's already there. I think Cole is to a lot of people. Like when you hear people talk, they always only talk about Kendrick and Drake.
And when I
I'm talking about majority of people. Like obviously, and Cole's always in there as kind of like the third person. I would put Cole as number 2, but
like in the shit I'm talking about, like the spot I'm talking about, bro. Like yo, grandma listen to this nigga. Like yo, grandma knows some J. Cole songs. Like yo, grandma know. Like my granny know Drake. Like my mama know Drake. Like my little brothers that's 10 years younger than me, they know Drake. Like J. Cole, like it's certain demographics don't really know J. Cole just because he ain't really stood on that level of greatness. If you ask me, like it's a different level of megastar that Drake is, bro. And that's when I'm talking about the crown, that's the crown I'm talking about.
We talking about two different things. I'm talking about people who actually like tuned into them niggas.
But even then, it's like
them niggas will never be. They'll never be that like type of star. I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he's even. I don't think he'll make in this late stage of his career. I don't even think J. Cole will make music that'll do something like that to cross.
I just think you put that nigga with the right producer, bro. The ball's gonna come crazy.
I was just talking about like him, just people like this J. Cole
right.
album puts him here.
He need that Dr. Dre project, bro. He need to work with that producer that's gonna put a vision in his mind. He just got to bring the bars, bro. And I think he could drop some hits that really go crazy. But I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I do. I was thinking maybe that's
if you ask your granny what Drake songs she know, what is she gonna name?
I could just
bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like some
started from the bottom.
Bling. Like J. Cole ain't making no shit like that.
No, but I mean, it's just the thing of just knowing that I'm sure it's.
Like Jay-Z at his time. Like I'm saying, your granny might know Humble. Like she might know Humble from Kendrick.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just it's certain songs they go. No, I'm sure like my granny knows certain songs from UJK. Like she might not know the rapper. I'm just saying like she even gotta know it. Like, have she even heard of the music? Like that's when I feel like because she listened to 97.9. Like did the shit sticking with her? Like shit like that. Like I feel like
they come on. I know 97.9 The Box. They play Crooked Smile every day. I know she heard Crooked Smile.
Yeah, I'm sure she knows some J. Cole, but it's a whole lot less in between than it is like somebody like a Drake in a situation like the last 10 years. That's all I'm saying. Like, and I feel like a J. Cole, maybe it is probably a little too hard for him because at this point in his career, but I think the talent is there. I think it's it's very possible for the nigga to drop some music. He just gotta have some good hooks, and the bar's gonna be there, bro. And when it comes to hooks, bro, find a little ghostwriter, bro. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Cause and if it's not that, what I'm asking about, and it's more to what you're asking about, can a nigga drop a top 10 album, arguably a top 10 album of all time?
Who?
Can
J.
a
Cole?
nigga drop? Can a nigga drop a top 50 album of all time? Like
He got
that's
one.
what
Oh, you talking about his next one?
yeah, coming up.
But he got one for me at least. Force Hills Drive to me is like one of the best albums.
Yeah,
No, not Force Hills Drive. Born Center for me. I like Born Center more than
and
Force Hills Drive.
that's arguable.
That's just
as
me.
top
That's
50.
me. That's me. That's just me.
It's arguable as top 50, but I'm talking about not even
Top 50.
arguable, bro. I'm talking
Top
about
10.
like I mean, if you want to say top 10, then salute. I'm just saying, can he do it again then? Can he drop an undoubtable classic album that's going to really cement his legacy, bro? Like, can he get the ring like Kobe did after Shaq left or after Steph Curry got his shit after KD left? Can he get that ring? Can LeBron get to go back to the Cleveland? Can he get that go back to Cleveland ring? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just a moment that's really going to be like, bro, Cole really impressed, bro. Cole really had that year, bro. Cole album really was that crazy, and I know it's possible, bro. I know it's possible.
Yeah. I just think I feel like I said, I feel like he's set up in the perfect situation. Like Drake dropped For All the Dogs. It was whatever. I like records off there. People didn't like overly love it. Like if you look at Drake's last 3 projects, like obviously people like Honestly Nevermind. I mean not Honestly Nevermind. Her Loss. That's a collab project with 21. Kendrick dropped. I don't even know what the name of. I forget the name. Oh, Mr. Morale. I like he just has the opportunity. He won a crazy feature run. Like I feel like 2 years in a row, back to back. People are like, oh, he's MVP just off his feature runs. He has the opportunity to like make a statement. That's what I say.
Can
You
I
can
ask
do it,
you?
or you can fumble it.
So let's kind of bring the most depth conversation back into play because the shit that make Drake so good, it's like I don't think other people can really even be on that style of music. So I also made me want to ask this question. If Drake wasn't known for that melodic nature, do you think he's going to be as big? Because it's like, because what's the difference between J. Cole hopping on features and Drake hopping on features? Like every time J. Cole get on the feature, it's great. But Drake was making hooks. Drake was singing certain shit that it was just so catchy that it stuck into our brains as, you know, the youth or, you know, my mama or whatever generations, because it just had a different feel. Do you think he'll be that big? And is that kind of what the most def will talk about when you talk about a nigga R&B or a nigga pop? Like,
yeah, I mean,
as far as
with the
being
most,
as
like,
big as he
I
is.
don't really care if niggas call him a pop star, but I feel like they just use that hip hop as a way like to dish you. Like you're just not like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's at the end of the day, that's all I look at it as. I don't look at is he hip hop, is he not? No, Drake is a hip hop. He's a MC lyricist. It's not even that. It's just like niggas use that as a way to like kind of throw like trash you, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's how y'all look at me saying mail it in or whatever, but like that's not like complimentary. Like saying the nigga's not hip hop isn't like a compliment. He's not just saying like, oh no, Drake's a pop star. He's not saying it in a way to like uplift that nigga. He's saying it in a way like to kind of like, oh, that nigga ain't real. He not. That's the way he's using it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In that conversation, like if you're just
But
like, Drake makes pop music, of course.
What about not like J. Cole and Kendrick not being able to compete when it comes to just not being able to produce that type of music, like being able to be that melodic? Because I mean, Kanye not that melodic, but I think he was able to do.
He's able to use the production and shit like that to make it like
and make huge moments when he drop albums. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it's not just that thing.
But you don't just was curious because like if 50, I mean, I guess 50 Cent has like if you have elements of like he's obviously not a singer, but I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Zero wasn't fucking like singing.
Zero was melodic, definitely. Zero had like his melodic
so.
tone. He definitely has melodic tone.
Yeah, I guess, but niggas ain't calling niggas soft enough, crazy shit like that. Niggas a rapper for sure.
Yeah. Trail says 21 gave that dude his one and only ring. If he got him a Grammy, like J. Cole should have been one. He talking about J. He's trying to shit on J. Cole by saying 21 gave him a Grammy because of a lot. Let me ask you this question. You do realize like they won that Grammy not because of 21 Savage. Like They won that Grammy because of J. Cole. Like that, if 21 had dropped that song by himself, that song wouldn't even probably been nominated for a Grammy. Like, it got nominated for a Grammy and won a Grammy because J. Cole was on that record. Let's be honest. Let's not be like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. How many faking their streams? Like that's why they won that Grammy. Like, stop it. And like I said, I like 21. Like, I put him in a box, but he can't even compare to like fucking J. Cole. Like, if we're just gonna be like honest, like albums and it's no like I said, Drake, Kendrick, they're on their own. They're in the kingdom over here. The young niggas, I'll let them be the rules of their kingdom over here. I'll give them less of a critique of whatever. They're over here in Macedonia, right? These niggas
Yeah, I
over here in the
mean,
Ottoman Empire. They're not even in the same fucking kingdoms of
yeah,
talent.
nah, he's not even
Like, I
close.
like 21 personally. I like him personally, but they're not those. When you start, you want to really get into it, like really making music. Like, 21 is cool with what he does, but he cannot fuck with J. Cole in no way, shape, or form. Flow, like nothing. Like, stop it, stop it, stop it. He does not. He cannot fuck with J. Cole on no level
Nah, he can't
musically.
compete if he wanted to, bro. He ain't
Yeah, he
got that.
cannot. Yeah.
He ain't got that level of gift in him, bro. I'm sorry.
He don't. Yeah, he didn't have that level of probably loving music the way J. Cole. Like, he can't do it. Like, even to say that is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. J
21
Cole,
could
right?
compete with J. Cole. No, like I said, I like I Am Greater Than I Was. I like that album. That's a great 21 Savage project. I like it personally, just because I personally like it. But we start really stacking shit up. Like, it's like, stop it.
He can't even compete, bro. Like, you talking about one of the greatest dynasties of all time in the brand of J Cole, and 21 is a good dude, bro. But this
You know,
this dude was dominant, bro, for a decade. This nigga been out since we was in high school. He's still relevant, bro. You know how many niggas is not like that? Like you know how they kind of how it be, bro. Like, LeBron get the longevity thing, but then it be other niggas that is doing it just as much, but they ain't LeBron, so they don't get that credit. But Drake got the longevity of being great for a long time, but J. Cole right there, bro. Future right there, bro. Damn near a decade. And when you talk about some of the other greats like Ludacris, I don't know if the nigga did it a decade, bro. Ice Cube, I don't know if the nigga did it a decade, bro. Snoop Dogg, he did it for a decade, but and I don't even know if he did it at a certain level of decade. Like, Future just dropped a high quality project 10 years in. I don't know if Future was 10. I
yeah,
mean,
we
Snoop
just be
Dogg 10
disrespect.
years
We
in.
just be disrespect the Future off the strength. Like, me personally, I could throw out Kendrick and throw Future into the top three if I wanted to do that, right? But for the conversation and how niggas want to have a conversation, like, Future ain't even that conversation, but Future is like ahead of all these niggas by like landslides. Like, and he even make that trap type shit. Like, they get like a little bit to me, a little baby them. They're not like on Futures, whatever. I ain't, yeah, come on,
Bro,
stop it.
I ain't gonna lie, 21 is a lovable guy when it comes to music, bro. But when you put compare him to a Future, bro, and they in the same weight class when it comes to style of music. Is I don't know what boxer you want to compare him to, but it's Floyd Mayweather versus a nigga Floyd beat up before, because it's not a comparison, bro. And it sucks to say that because niggas is great. Like, you don't want to bring another nigga down to show how another nigga great. Like, that's just hater shit. But if we want to talk about the competitiveness nature of rap, bro, like, nah, bro. If you once again, he outclassed when you talk about a Future, bro. And they in the same weight class.
It's not even a question. Like, come
Not
on.
even a question, bro. Like, and it's almost disrespectful to Future to even act like it is a question.
Yeah.
And like, that's really how it go. Like, the nigga been doing this for a decade, bro. Like, put respect on certain niggas'
Like,
name.
yeah,
Like,
21 Savage almost been out for a decade because he's been like, it's like 2015, so he got one more year. He's been out for a decade.
okay, so these niggas been out
Um,
down there how long? What, 15? They got way more time in the game than that nigga do. I know that for a fact.
yeah, but 21 Savage came out 2015, and I wouldn't fuck with the shit till like 2018.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like,
Because
and
I even
he wasn't running shit
I
for
even
that
said
whole
it about
time.
21 when we were doing the verses, and I was playing some old song. Like, they don't even sound like, It's like I feel about Cardi B. I feel like Cardi B got better with making music over time. Like, she obviously flopped with like bongos and shit like that. But when they first was making music, that shit didn't like the flows weren't like great. They
That
weren't
great.
like I feel like 21. He kind of like he got his style now. He's mastered it. In the beginning, that shit didn't sound like great. It kind of sounds like sloppy and I don't know. But now it's great. But anyways,
Bro, that nigga got just as much love songs as Futures be having. That nigga was saying just as much toxic shit as a Future be saying. Like, bro, stop it.
yeah. But still, anyways, they can't fuck with them. But
Man, it's
regardless,
not even a conversation.
it's not even a conversation.
Like
It's
I
blasphemous.
I like to I love my era, bro. And if I'm gonna be a historian for my era one day,
Like,
I
let's be
just am.
honest. Like, that nigga ain't even better than Meek Mill, and Meek Mill's heyday. Like,
That's
I ain't trying to get into it. Like, I fuck with 21, but
being real, bro.
peak for
Being
peak,
real,
that nigga
bro.
not fucking with Meek Mill. Like, peak
Being
for
real,
peak,
bro.
he not fucking with Meek. Like, it's like
Being
I don't
real.
know.
And there's some other niggas you can name, but I ain't even gonna get into that disrespect. Like, I don't want to get disrespectful. Like a schoolboy, like
I
I
might take
know
21 over Schoolboy. I
I'm
mean,
not
just me
mad at it.
personally.
I'm not
Me
mad at it.
personally.
But when you talk about Schoolboy got about 3 classic albums, he
Man,
had
3 might be a stretch.
I mean, I can't say classic, but 3 great albums. I don't want to call it classic. Oxymoron, Blank Face, and then
Blank.
I know
I
half.
don't. Me
I
personally, I would
love
probably
Blank.
only say oxymoron for me personally, but
I still love Blank Face. That's the orange one. I like that one.
that's when
That was
he had the Kanye record on Blank Face.
that's to me like for a nigga. Obviously, Schoolboy fell off already, but that was him dropping that. I don't know what you call it. It's a name we had used for this before, but it's not a debut. But it's that. It's not Billboard. It's not a Billboard album, but it's that album when you like. I want to be taken seriously. Like it's not just a mixtape. It's not just some shit I put together.
I
There's
always
something
thought that was oxymoron because oxymoron was when they had like studio and man
no,
of the year.
that was a great project. Don't get it twisted. But I'm saying Blank Face felt like that. I'm in the limelight and I need to produce something that's in the limelight, and I thought it was still high quality. Like,
Yeah.
like that's all I'm saying. Because it was in the prime of TDE. Like this is when they was at the top of the game. When you were expected to do something that's when you got to repeat the success you're doing, and I feel like he repeated well with that album, if you ask me. But even like I said, a Schoolboy is arguable. Like if you want to look up some hits, like Schoolboy got hits. When you want to look at some features, Schoolboy got some good features. Like I mean, not good features, but yeah, I mean he do got some good feature songs as well. But yeah, like I said, it's not something I'm saying that's a wholeheartedly. But when I say I love my era as well, like nigga. Who knows if Tupac would have did that shit for 15 years straight? Who knows if Biggie would have did that shit for 15 years straight if they would have stayed alive? Like, respectfully, they probably could have, but I love my era so much. These niggas been doing it for a long time, man, and we got to give some respect to that, bro.
Yeah. Like I said, Trill, I get it. He's tied to your identity. So 21 the top rapper out right now, and Meek got like 5 hits at best. Stop it. You got it, bro. Like even if you say Meek Mill has 5 hits that y'all know about, I still think he got better albums than 21 Savage. Like 21 Savage best album is like I Am Greater Than I Was. It's not better than Championships, in my personal opinion. It's not better than Dreams. What's it called? Dreams and what's the first one called? Dreams and Nightmares.
Dream Chasers.
No,
Oh well,
it's Dreams and Nightmares. It's gotta
I
be.
thought you were talking about. He
Yeah,
had
it's
some
not
good
better.
mixtapes though
It's not
too.
better than Dreams and Nightmares. I don't think it's better than Dreams Worth More Than Money. Championships, like that's just me personally. Like I said, I was in high school listening to this shit, or like I was like in my formative years listening to this shit. Like I started listening to 21 Savage when I was an adult already. So like these things don't really stick with me the same as shit I was listening to when I was younger. Even though 2018 Championships and I Ain't Greater Than I Was came out, but yeah. And even the mixtapes like Dream Chaser, DC2, DC3, DC4, like yeah. Like I said, if you don't know, you don't know. That's fine. Drake hit no that wasn't even the best. Y'all niggas should be dick sucking. See, that's what I said. Like this thing too about like y'all niggas. I could tell when y'all niggas get trapped in the narrative. Like to think that Drake is the only reason for any nigga to say that Drake is the only reason Meek Mill has a career is like fucking insane. All right, like
Sanctity.
that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Like to even think that to me is like oh he gave him a hit record. Like even if that's Meek Mill's hit record, like that ain't a record niggas like go to. Oh, this is my favorite Meek. Like that's not even a nigga's favorite Meek record.
Like
It's the
Meek
record that maybe
Mill,
got the biggest sales and the most streams. But they ain't like if you ask a nigga like what's your favorite Meek record, they ain't gonna be oh that record with Drake. Unless you're just a Drake fan that's the only song you listen to for Meek. Then you'll say
Meek
that. But
Meek Mill is what people want NBA YoungBoy to be. He was a hood nigga that was grimy. When you look back at his old freestyles, he had nappy dreads, ultra talented, that actually performed and had success that I think he deserved. Like that's Meek Mill had the career that niggas want YoungBoy to have. Like, be real. Let's be real. Like crazy amount of hits, bro. When you Meek Mill got at least 15, 20 hits, bro. When you add them all up, bro, like, and maybe certain shit don't age well, but when you talk about the era when they dropped, then bro, come on, man, he on a different level, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, where we at? Yeah, see, that's why you can tell when niggas get to that narrative. 'Cause I remember when academic was spreading that narrative about Meek, and I saw that narrative shift. I'm like, oh, y'all niggas just listen to a nigga say that, and like I said, y'all like that nigga academic, so like y'all run with that narrative. Y'all don't actually like. It's like that doesn't make any sense to say that. Meek Mill can't sell 150 without Drake. Like, if the music's good, who gives a fuck? DC4 ain't got Drake on it at all. That's one of his best projects.
Yeah, it'd be better to be like he popped because of Nicki, but then they just don't know history. The nigga was so much bigger way before he even started dating her. It's just like niggas don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about, bro.
But yeah. Anyways. 21 got
They
about two, three
don't know.
records. 21 got about 2, 3 records that'll ring off of me on the radio all year. I mean, like I said, arguing with y'all niggas like you and War do, like y'all niggas are wrong so much. It's like, you got it, bro. He's not gonna have 2 to 4 records that are gonna be ringing off on the radio. Let's just like stop it. But so like I said, I like 21, but like let's just live in reality. Let's just live in let's live in reality.
Nothing wrong with that, brother.
Let's just live in reality. I felt like that about Meek long before academics. You can't have felt that way because to even bring up Drake's name as far as like even the Rico record on was it wins and losses? I don't even know whatever like that like Drake was on Amen. Meek Mill had plenty of records that are better than Amen after that time, and Meek Mill was Meek Mill. So it's like
Man, I be getting
to
disrespectful.
even say that Drake made Meek Mill is like to me that you're living in narrative. That's the only way you can be saying that.
I
You
be
living
getting
off a narrative a nigga push. That's the only way you can say that.
I be getting disrespectful because when I start thinking, I'm like, is he even better than a 20? Is he even better than a 2 Chains? Like,
Who 21?
I'm being honest, bro. No lie. It's your birthday. Feds watching. Like, it's a lot of shit that these niggas was on, bro.
No, that's what I
For
said. Like niggas in their pocket. Like I put niggas in their pocket. Like they in their zone. Like that's it. They're in their kingdom. If I'm looking at this kingdom, like yeah, it's like niggas sitting at. This is gonna sound so disrespectful, but it's like it's probably it's
you
to
can
be
say more.
honest. There you go. To be honest, it's probably how people look at like our rappers. They might look at our rappers like well, I don't see how you can do that at this point, but they might look at our people like they're at the kids table. Like yeah, 21. They're at the kids. They're ruling the kids table, right? They're over there ruling. They're not. They haven't got to the big kids playground. When they start stacking up against the, like Future, Drake, J Cole, Meek, whoever. They're not like like I wouldn't throw Wayne in there, but there's you know what I'm saying. Like to be honest, like you would never like mention like okay, you're not gonna mention Meek and Kanye, so I'm not gonna say that. But like you never mention like 21 and Kanye like on the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be around. Like you can mention like you're not gonna mention them there. And even if you don't mention J Cole where Kanye's at, he'll at least be in a tier below that. You're not gonna mention like you know like Jake 21 gonna be like in a tier maybe like below that. But like I said, I like 21. But we're gonna be like objective, pull ourselves out of our own fan base and what we like about people and look at everybody in totality. You know, it is what it is.
Is 21 better than Lil Baby when you consider like hit all the hits and shit like that?
You said what?
When you compare all the Lil Baby hits, like Lil Baby got some, does he have a better catalog and
Me?
take away her? Yeah, no, than
Oh, does
21.
Little
Lil
Baby
Baby
have a
versus
better
21.
catalog than 21 Savage? Me
And take away
personally,
her
like
loss.
me personally, for me with the Little Baby shit, like my turn is my favorite. I have more albums from 21 that I like, but um, Little Baby might have more like if they did a verses, I think Little Baby could probably win that. But um, yeah, but like albums wise, I think for me 21 has more like better albums. But if we do like a versus type shit, I think Little Baby could beat 21 in that type of arena.
Mm.
Especially when doing like features and all that shit like that. Because 21 got good features, but when Lil Baby was on his feature shit like that, niggas was saying he the Generation Wayne, like they was going crazy. I think I was even going crazy. But yeah. Imagine comparing trash meat to 21. I mean, it's like that's so stupid even. That's dumb. Anyways, so Trail ain't in his early 20s. We fucking got this nigga too old to be acting like this. I think Trail's like 25 or some shit like that.
Yeah, Meek trash. I don't know if it's called 21. Respectfully.
Like if you want to argue, is 21's music better than Meek Mill music in 2024?
I don't know.
I don't know because I like the Ross Project. I don't know. I like the
I'm
Ross
about to
Project.
say that nigga was
I like the
spitting,
Ross
bro.
Project. Yeah, I don't know. Like, so I forgot about the Ross shit. I like the Ross Project. So I don't even know if I'll say that.
I'm about
I
to say
gotta
my
listen. I
boy
gotta
was
listen to.
spitting on that hoe.
Yeah, I gotta listen to it both again. I forgot he dropped it Ross. I'm like, man, I don't know. Maybe not. Cause like,
And,
is it better than Expensive Pain? I could say it's probably better than Expensive Pain, but
yeah, bro, you just gotta give respect, bro, and understand that a lot of the niggas that was in the early 2010 era, bro, a lot of niggas wish they could have their career, bro. Because once again, we talk about just being born in certain eras. Hey, maybe if you niggas was in that era, y'all could have got pushed with just having just so much greatness in that era. But for some reason, y'all got put in the mid era where rap ain't feeling the same, and that's unfortunate, bro. But for the 2010s, bro, it's a lot of niggas that built a great career, bro.
yeah, like we didn't mention Big Sean. Like, come on.
I ain't want to get into it, bro.
Let me ask this: is 21 Savage musically better than
It's not even
Wale?
close.
Is he better than Wale?
Ooh, nah, he better
Is he
than
better than
Wale.
Wale?
He better than Wale.
He better than Wale? Okay.
Just
I'm
because
not
I feel
arguing. I don't
like
know.
he had
I'm
a
not
more
saying.
consistent career.
I wasn't even big on Wale. I'm just asking you. Maybe you was big on Wale. I wasn't big on Wale.
Yeah, no.
But
Wale had a good, he had a good mixtape. He had
I like the one. I
some
like the
decent
one where he.
projects.
I like the one. I like the mixtape with Seinfeld. I forgot what it's called though.
He had some good songs throughout his career, but he never was consistently like 21 had a consistent last 3-4 years. Like I
Yeah.
don't think Wale had a consistent year where he was considered a top dude like that, even if it was at the kids table.
Okay. So yeah, that's how I look at it. Anyways, that was fun. I like. It's always fun talking about music.
Like I really do love talking about this, fun as hell. But I was gonna be funny, but like even like a Bryson Tiller, bro. Like
Oh, like peak for peak, like that Bryson Tiller album back, like that shit. Like there's a lot of niggas don't got better albums than that, but that's like some singy songy shit. So can't really compare. Even when we
that was a moment though.
remember when we first discovered Black, we're like, man, this motherfucker's amazing. That
Yeah,
first album, that shit was great.
niggas had some moments, bro.
That shit was great.
And I don't know if niggas like, cause you got like, when the last time one of them dudes at the kids table had an album like that where they just had a moment, bro?
Um, I say Little Baby with My Turn.
It's been a long time since then.
I say
What?
you
When
want
the
to say
last
Dirk was
time?
you want to say Dirk was 7220?
As far as how good I thought it
Okay,
was, I don't think
then we gotta go. What are we comparing it to? Are we talking about like Take
how
Care is
big
Good
that's.
Kid? Like I don't think no young nigga got anything like Good Kid, Man City, Take Care, Force. I don't think
I,
nobody got that.
that's why I said. That's why I brought up the what's the name? What's this nigga name? The Bryson Tiller shit, because it's just the one moment. One moment. I don't know if a dude's that made a moment that big. Like the album is good. That 7220 was a good album, but bro, nigga, like bro, all the women was talking about it. All the niggas was playing Bryson Tiller shit. Like that moment was just so like crazy for him. Like he's still living off that moment. It's been 10 years later. Like damn near.
You know.
I don't know if them niggas got that. And even if you
Eh,
say my turn probably could be up there, but it's been a long time since my turn. Like when the last time my turn came? Like that's my turn was a moment.
That's
My
2020.
turn was a moment.
You got a lot of records on there that are like last hit records on there. So yeah, salute to Miller Baby and My Turn. Like I said, I like 21 Savage's I Am Greater Than I Was, but we start to have like let's start really ranking it. Like take out person like my I really but I just start really looking at shit like can I put that with a Take Care? Can I put that with a Good Kick? I even put it with a Damn. I don't think I can put it with a Damn. But you know. Because maybe I think what happens to me a lot of times too is like I don't even be really liking the whole album, but I be really liking like 6 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like, I really like these 6 records so much. I'll just say that I like the whole album, like in totality. But it really be like, I really love like 6 records. Cause like with that album, I gotta look at it now. I am greater than I was.
Yeah, I want that second one you was talking about too.
So like, I really like. I mean, a lot is just like that's a hit song, so it's like whatever. I like Ass and Titties. I like Out for the Night. I like Gunsmoke. I like All My Friends, Ball Without You, Can't Leave Without It, ASMR, and Monster. So that's like out of the 15, that's like seven. But my thing is like those aren't seven that's just like I can like them and pass. Like I really like those records. So like I would put this album as like you know what I'm saying. But and I'm not saying 4L, Letter to My Mama, Good Day. Um, what am I? Oh, I like Break the Law too. 1.5 and all. I'm not saying those are bad songs. Just like you know, but this is the best 21 Savage project to me is Angry Than I Was. Savage Mode 2 is just like that. You know, the Savage Mode shit. You know. Glock in my lap, running, sliding, rich nigga shit. I get a lot of snitches and rats. I like also with that album too. I like the whole like Morgan Freeman doing like the I don't know if they're called interludes or whatever Morgan Freeman was doing, talking on the album. I like that a lot. I think that's why I like Damn too. I don't know. I like when these niggas be having people talking on their shit. I kind of like that. Like Damn when he had DJ. What's the I don't remember what the DJ's name is, but he's like I know he's a famous. I forgot his name. But even like DJ Drama on Tyler Creator's last project, I don't know something about that I really like.
We add another element to it.
But yeah, Mr. Right Now with him and Drake, Many Men, Stepping on Niggas, R.I.P. Love. That's kind of like whatever. Um, and no, I like the ones on this that I don't really care for. Not this I don't care for, but then when I'm looking at the name, I can't even think of the song immediately. R.I.P. Love, Brand New Draco, No I've Left Behind, and Said and Done. But everything else, intro, just like intro. Running, Glock on my lap, Mr. Right Now, Rich Nigga Shit, Sliding, Many Men, Snitching Rats, and My Dog, Stepping on Niggas, like those are like great songs. But yeah, that's my truth, and I'm sticking to it. How many songs I like off the new one? Um, None. I don't like any of the songs off the new one that I like that.
Right there. Right there. Right there.
And I like the record with Dirk. I thought that what's name did a good job on his part. I like the Young Thug song. I think Young Thug did real good on that record. I like the record with Doja Cat. I like the Letter to My Brother shit. I like the record with Travis. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like these records. I just don't know if I like. I don't love these records. I like them. I don't love the records. But yeah, it's only been a week. So, anyways, that's it, man. Nobody else got any comments, questions, concerns? I think we can tie this up with a bow. And first album is done for the year. I didn't listen to Kid Cudi shit because I don't really give a damn about Kid Cudi dropping the album in 2023. I do want to go listen to Kali Uchis album though. So
Take off the dress.
I will go listen to Kali Uchis.
Who the hell is that?
She's a singer.
Mm.
She's a singer. You liking the Thug verse tells me. I mean, teach his own, brother. Any nigga that think peak for peak that 21 Savage better than Meek Mill, it's like I don't know what to tell you, brother. I do not know what to tell you. You just had to be there. You just had to be there as a moment in time.
I'm gonna have levels to this shit. It's so many hits. Hey man, there's so many hits, bro. I couldn't even go down the list, bro.
Yeah, niggas, no point in talking, man. Like, even just like Young and Getting It. I love Maybach Curtains, Polo and Shell Tops. This is from the first album. All the Tony stories. Obviously, Dreams of Nightmare. Like obviously the intro. But yeah, real niggas come first. You can't. It's like having a conversation about Meek Mill to me is like when I try to have a conversation about Rick Ross. It's like y'all just gonna discredit the nigga, so there ain't no point in having a conversation. Cause y'all didn't really listen to the nigga. So it's like whatever, you know. It's like me, I just did disrespect Tech Nine just because like Tech Nine's not on no level of anybody that we talk about, but I don't even listen to that nigga.
It's for a reason, man.
True. Anybody. I mean, anyways. I even said those were hits when I just named songs I liked. I didn't say any of those songs were hits. But anyways, that's all for today, man. Have a great night. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I'll be, like I said, on my channel, dropping videos daily. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. We on the road to right now where we at? We're at 2,292. Last week we were at 2,050. So we gained we gained 155 subscribers this past week. So salute to everybody newly subscribed. We're on the road to 3,000. So let's get it rocking.
Salute.
You got anything, Bryce? You done? You got nothing?
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Sorry I ain't have my camera today, but I'll catch y'all next week, man.
Amazing.
All right, man. See y'all next time.